Grinders, welcome to the NFL Pre-Lock Show here at RotoGrinders. I'm Jordan Cooper, aka Blender HD, joined by Chief Justice 06 Will Priester to break down tonight's Monday Night Football showdown slate. The Giants versus the Buccaneers, and if you're going to bet on the game, you got to do two things. You got to do two things if you're betting on the game. Number one, you got to go to BetMGM. If you download their app, if you sign up. Use the promo code GRINDERSBET. That's all one word, GRINDERSBET. And when you deposit and you bet $10 on anything, you get $200 for free if your team scores a touchdown. And you know what the second thing is? You got to watch Grind the Line, which is coming up right after this show. So you don't even have to go anywhere. It's right on this stream. It's with Dean. It's with Grant. It may be with SBK if he shows up. And they'll be live betting throughout the whole show, probably arguing about everything. Be Grant and Dean bitching and moaning about movies or TV shows or something throughout the entire game. Devin will be there, our wonderful executive producer, to kind of moderate everything. But as always, give me those thummy thumbs. First thing in the door, hit the subscribe button if you're new here. Hit the notification bell to know when we go live. If we take a look at the odds right now, Giants, Buccaneers, current line is Buccaneers favored by 11.5 at home, 50 total. Typically in these slates, Bucks are a healthy favorite, so we're going to be playing a lot of the Bucks. But a lot of Giants are showing up in my lineups because to me, there's really no cheapy cheaps here. Brady's going to be fairly well owned in the captain spot. I think people are going to try to jam in a lot of Buccaneers, which I'm not saying is incorrect. But I think that'll make up a large portion of the lineups. What's your overall thoughts? Because you tend to think as contrarian as I do a lot of times. And I know we'll go over Slate IQ in a little bit later. But what's your? I made 16 lineups tonight. They're already in. What's your general thoughts on what your strategy is on the showdown slate tonight?
I already know we're probably thinking alike on this one, and I'm gonna have a lot of Giants. I mean I have to really, especially and even from in my point of view, a salary distribution standpoint, I don't even feel comfortable playing a whole lot of Buccaneers. Like I just don't feel, because in my mind, if the Buccaneers have this large lead, the Giants they're not the worst offense in football. Let's put it that way. And so when they're getting a little bit healthy, getting Kenny Golladay back, Kadarius Toney, Darius Slayton is a huge value. He's going to garner a lot of ownership tonight. I just think the Giants are right for the picking. And you've got Saquon, who's going to be back in some capacity. He's 7,800. Like I think the Giants give us so much opportunity to prosper.
Well, I think it's also a byproduct, like you said, of the pricing. Like the main pieces of the Bucks: Brady 11.2, Evans 10.2, Fournette 10,000, Godwin 9,400. Like you You can't jam these guys. You can't like, I'm going to play all of them. No, you can't. And then the cheaper guys are like Gronk at 6,200, Tyler Johnson 5,000, the Bucks defense at 5,200, Suck Up at 4,200. Like really the only cheapies that you have is like Bernard. Maybe he catches 2 or 3 balls out of the backfield on 3rd downs. Ronald Jones, maybe he gets 6 carries or something. OJ Howard may not even barely see the field with Gronk back. I don't know how many snaps Gronk is going to have. And then like Darden and Perriman was called up from the practice squad. Probably not going to see that much of these guys. Like just to build, if you built the lineup with like $4 in it, like it doesn't give you much salary left. If you can't jam in like Brady captain and plus like if I do Brady at captain and like put in like Evans and Godwin, like I don't even know what that lineup looks like. I'll plug this in right now. If I just like, I'm going to take their 2 top pass catchers and then I just run based on the blitz projections, you have to play like, you're playing Evans, Godwin, Fournette, Brady, and then John Ross and Darius Slayton together. That's not necessarily a lineup that I want to play, but I think we're going to see a lot of Brady captain, Slayton flex type of lineups. And it may sound weird for me to say, but if I'm going to play a quarterback in the captain spot, I like Daniel Jones.
Yeah, I mean, he's a lot cheaper. He's got the rushing upside. He's got the game script in his favor where, you know, he may have to throw the ball 35, 40 times here if they're going to have any shot to just keep up. So I totally get it.
Plus he has rushing ups. I mean,
yeah,
Daniel Jones maybe he doesn't throw for 300 yards. Maybe he doesn't throw for 2 touchdowns. He could rush for 2 touchdowns. Actually, isn't like the last time they played, like in 2019, I know it's a different team, the Bucks, but like he had his best game of his career against a very similar Bucks defense. Maybe not a similar Bucks offense, but a similar Bucks defense. And I think at 9,600, like I take a look at this upper range and I expect, like we take a look at our captain ownership. Like Brady, we have at 18% in the captain, Evans 10, Fournette 12, Godwin 15, Daniel Jones 8 in the same price range. Like, doesn't mean I don't play any of these Buccaneers guys, but play that similar lineup as that Brady captain lineup, but just put Jones in the captain. Use Slayton plus another pass catcher, which can include Barkley. He does catch balls out of the backfield. I think you have as similar of an upside lineup, just much more unique.
Yeah, I mean, I'm with you. I like Daniel Jones captain lineups tonight for sure. You know, I really wish one of these receivers was a little bit cheaper. Like Gallay's cheap. Wish he was a little bit cheaper in the flex spot, like maybe like 65. But I mean, they can't discount him that much. Because you know me, man, I always like to find outside of my captain spot. I want somebody in the flex that I can just kind of lock in. And I don't really have that tonight outside of maybe Brady. And that has me a little bit. When I say uncomfortable, I'm saying I don't like it, right? I'd rather have a skill position player that I feel comfortable with, like even though it probably didn't quite work out. Like Mike Davis last week, where he was just kind of a little bit too cheap, and he was kind of going to be the lock of the flex. You know what I mean? And then I can build my different combinations around that, because that is that's probably something I haven't talked about as much this season. But I do like to kind of have somewhat of a nucleus of players, and then kind of mix and match around somewhat of a core, you know. But I don't feel like I have that tonight in any stretch of the imagination. Maybe outside of Chris Godwin. Like Chris Godwin is probably the guy that I feel the best about. The problem with Chris Godwin is if he only scores 12 fantasy points, I may not need him, and that's the dilemma with the pricing.
You know, out of my 16 lineups, you know who I have the most exposure to? It's gonna be a weird guy.
A weird guy.
A weird guy to have a lot of have in most of your lineups. Most people will not have this guy in a lot of their lineups. But I think strategically it makes sense.
Not Cameron Brate.
No.
Okay.
You're in the similar price range.
Darius Slayton?
No, he's gonna be
Oh,
chalky.
yeah.
Right, he's gonna be chalky.
Is it
One more
Booker?
guess. No,
Okay.
no, not with Barkley back. No, Ryan Suckup. Ryan Suckup, the Tampa Bay kicker.
Oh, well, yeah, I'm all over that. Yeah. I was thinking, because see, I play the kicker, so I was thinking like a little more off the board, but I get it. Speaking of which, tons of Ryan Suckup on Prize Picks, people. If you're on Prize Picks, hop in the prop shop. Ryan Suckup's at 8.5. You listen, I don't get the kicker right all the time. I'll never say that, but I do get it right a lot. Ryan Suckup's probably going to kick 4 field goals and 2 or 3 extra points tonight. Trust me on this.
Now, the reason that I'm playing a lot of Suckup is because the cheap range I find to be either not good or over-owned. I think Giovanni Bernard is going to be a little too owned. Slayton's definitely going to be owned. Like people will go and try to play Kyle Rudolph. They'll play Ronald Jones or OJ Howard or something. They'll try to play because they're John. If you think of the lineup construction, if you're going to jam in Brady at captain and play one of Evans or Godwin, or even both, you're going to need someone like Slayton and below in your lineup. So if that's going to be the popular construction, and like I said, I'm not going to be playing that popular construction much. That means people can't get to Suckup. And if Suckup scores 12 and no one can outscore him underneath, like let's say he scores 12 points, 3 extra points and 2 field goals, like 9, 10, a 40-yard field goal. So maybe he has 11. Like I'm not confident that anyone underneath him scores double digits. Like obviously in order to score double digits underneath, you're going to need a touchdown. Bernard obviously can go like 4 for 30. I mean, he could get there PPR. Slayton could get there on one play, obviously, but he's going to be fairly chalky. So like those constructions probably can't get up to Suckup, and people that will want to play those constructions are going to play more of the skill position players. So to me, Suckup.
My single entry has just been built live on the show. Sold.
So you play, but you're not playing Suckup captain
though. No. No Suckup captain. I do have Daniel Jones in the captain.
Okay, so you probably have one some a lineup that's very similar to mine.
Here's what I will say, ironically and not ironically at the same time. I have 0 Tom Brady in my single entry. I'm going to fade Brady completely.
Well, yeah, because you have one lineup. That's
yeah. But I'm just saying, like,
no, I think that's I'm playing 16 lineups. I don't have Brady in half of them.
Yeah, I get it. That makes sense.
Doesn't mean I don't have Evans. It doesn't mean I don't have Fournette. It doesn't mean I don't have Godwin. It's just that Brady at 11-2, the receivers with PPR value, if Brady scores 16, like one of the other guys, Evans, Fournette, or Godwin, could still have like 24 points. 2 of them could have over 20 points with Brady with 16, and Brady's not in the, and doesn't end up in the winning line. Daniel Jones actually has more points than him, right? With some rushing touch, right? Fournette rushes for a touchdown. Maybe Fournette rushes for 2 touchdowns. Brady throws 1, 250 yards and 1 touchdown, and you have Fournette and the guy that scores the touchdown, Godwin.
Yeah,
and then you don't need Brady, and then Daniel Jones goes 250 for 2 and 50 rushing yards and the rushing touchdown, and you'd rather have Jones in your lineup. I just think that Brady's ownership is very high. I mean, yeah, he's the best raw points play on the slate. Yes, I agree.
And I do think he's going to, like, for what it's worth, people, I do think Brady's throwing for 3 touchdowns and going over 300 tonight. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying, can I overcome that if Daniel Jones has the big game and I nail everybody else in the right spots, right? Like, so I definitely think Brady's going to score about 24 to 25 fantasy points tonight. That's what I think. But the question is, can I get Daniel Jones to reasonably close in the captain, and then maybe he throws 2 touchdowns and I have them both.
Yeah, if we take a look at the props for Tom Brady on BetMGM, it's 298.5. We've seen a lot of times this season where Brady's prop is over 300. So like we have his actual projection. If you go to scoresandodds.com, if you're a premium member at Scores and Odds, SAO Premium, you'll get the statistical projections from RotoGrinders. So like our Gridiron IQ projections that allow you to look and see where the prop is based on our statistical projections. So you can see here that our projection for Tom Brady passing yards is 295.51, which is still high. Yeah, sure. And you could now compare it to the props that are across all these legal sports books and see, give you a chance of like, well, we have Daniel Jones as 244. Well, a lot of these props are 253. So maybe that's good for betting the under, depending on obviously the money line that you're getting, the American odds that you're getting for it. So I just wanted to show, what you can do on scoresandodds.com. Obviously, if you're a RotoGrinders premium member, you could just go to our projections or the Blitz projections and compare and go back and forth. But we give you a little option that makes it easier to look on scoresandodds.com. But really, it comes down playing Brady and not playing Brady is not a matter of will he do well or will he not do well. Is that correct? The discrepancy of the ownership when Brady is projected to be 61% owned in the flex and Daniel Jones is projected to be 38% owned in the flex. Does Brady beat out Daniel Jones, 1.7%, 1.8 times more often? Maybe Brady only beats him out 1.4 times more often, which he still beats him out more often than not, but not for the discrepancy in ownership. So that's the name of the game in DFS, is that based on the probability, where is the market off? And I believe the market is off on Daniel Jones in comparison to Tom Brady. If these numbers were closer, if Brady was 54 and Daniel Jones was 44, 42, I'd be like, okay, yeah, that sounds about efficient. But I think the spread between the two quarterbacks is a little too wide. The most likely outcome is the Bucs come out here and win 38-10, right? I mean, like we get that, but you're not necessarily playing for the most probable outcome. You're playing for the most profitable outcome. And the most profitable outcome to me is a close game that goes over, a 28-24 game, right? Or a 31-20 game, something like that, rather than a Bucs blowout. Yeah, for sure. But that's the main reason we have Giants in our lineups. It's we're I think price wise, I think a lot of people are going to build 5-1 Bucs, and I don't think that's correct. Really? Yeah, why can't they? People could buy Brady. You could play Bernard. You could play the Bucs defense. I mean, you could get a 5-1 lineup. Oh yeah, you play suck up. Okay, yeah. I mean, you play the kicker and the defense, yeah. Right? I'm with that. Yeah. And then you play like you'll play $5 and then Slayton at 3,200, and there you go. There's or Barkley at 7,800, and be like, okay, man, that's it. I'm not gonna lie to you, Berlinder. This is not the best construction in the world, but I did put a Ryan Suckup captain lineup in there. This was me just to see what it looks. I'm clearly not running this in my single entry. I'm saying, but this was just for me to see it. And I mean, it pretty much got me the 4-2 build where you would feel comfortable with all of the main Giants, basically. So right. Daniel Jones, Galladay, Tony. No, based on the Blitz projections, the top lineup projection-wise with Suckup at captain would be Suckup at captain. Then you have Brady, Jones, Fournette, Godwin, and Slayton. Okay, well, I didn't build it that way. I've got Brady, Jones, Galladay, Tony, Barkley. So basically, I've got the 4 main Giants, Brady naked with Ryan Suckup. Right. So let me give you the idea of this, people, too, because I don't want you to think I just kind of threw it together. There is a method to the madness. So the idea is this. Ryan Suckup kicks 3 or 4 extra points, 3 field goals, right? So let's say he kicks 3 130-yarder, 2 40-yarders, and 3 extra points. Okay. Brady throws for
300, 302, 303, and not one, and every receiver has 60 yards and a touchdown. And so they don't break you if you don't have them. Well, Daniel Jones goes out and he throws for 250 and 2, right? And those 2 touchdowns go to Galladay Toney, and then Saquon Barkley rushes for 2. Like, you see, it's a picture here. It's not just
what you're saying is where all the player outcomes become very even. That it makes it more valuable. Like, no one scores more than 20 points, but there's 6 players that score 20 points, but you can't play all 6 players at 20 points in your lineup. So the only way is with a cheaper captain that scores 12 times 1.5 is 18.
Right.
And then you get the 5 20-point players into your lineup like that. It's that type. It's a very even outcome distribution.
Yeah. So, and this isn't the build I'm going to use, but and here's something else too. I think, Blender, with Showdown that maybe we take for granted. Some, not completely, but the painting the picture of your lineup, I think, matters more than we think, because you do want it to make some sense. We're not just throwing spaghetti at a wall and hoping it sticks. Like, there's a method to the madness, right? And so, like we talked about in this lineup, if you really think Tom Brady's just going to spread it out, which with Gronk back, there's a higher likelihood that Gronk could catch a touchdown, and Evans could catch a touchdown, and Godwin could catch a touchdown, and Godwin could have 5 catches for 70 yards, and he's going to be close to 20, right? And then Gronk has 3 catches for 30 yards and a touchdown, and Mike Evans has 4 catches for 40 yards and a touchdown, and he's got some sprinkled to Fournette, who perhaps rushes for 60 yards but doesn't catch any touchdowns. And then Daniel Jones goes out and has 250 yards passing, but most of the yards go to Galladay and Toney, and the receptions and the touchdown. And so you see, it's painting a picture. And then you get Saquon, who's also going to get targeted. Maybe he has 60 yards rushing and a touchdown, but then he catches 5 balls for 40 yards. Well, at 7,800, he's going to be more optimal than Chris Godwin and Grunt. You see, so it's just putting it together. I think you guys understand what we're saying, but I just wanted to make that clear, because if I was playing Brady captain lineups or Godwin captain lineups or something like that, then I'd absolutely have Brady in the flex, right? Or if I'm playing Brady naked, I'd probably maybe have some of the cheaper receivers, because I'm going to need the Giants to keep pace for Brady to even get there. Mostly because, the Buccaneers are an aggressive team. I think they're about 70-30 run pass, somewhere up in that 65-35, but they're a more pass-heavy team. But the picture still needs to be painted, right? And so there are going to be opportunities where sometimes we take both running backs because it makes sense. Sometimes we're going to take both quarterbacks because it makes sense. On today's slate, and maybe this is a hot take, Blender, the only way I think you get both quarterbacks, and you can do it, you're not going to have, I don't feel like you're going to have any Buccaneers main receivers. Maybe you have Gronkowski and that's it.
Well, so you have to think outside the box for the large field stuff, at least. On the cheap end of the spectrum, I know I've said that I'm not a big fan of the cheapies today. That's why I'm playing more suck up than anything else. Slayton is going to be owned, but outside of that, like, what's the ceiling on Giovanni Bernard that, people look points? And go like, I mean, what, 4 for 30? And I mean, he'll have to score a touchdown. I mean, do you see a path? I mean, obviously there are paths but likelihood of any of these guys, Rudolph, Bernard, Jones, Howard, Penny, Darden, Ross, Perriman, Colin Johnson, outside of like just hitting a big play.
Like Zay Jones did on that showdown against the Ravens. Jesus.
Because someone asked in the chat about Perriman. Do we think Perriman gets involved at all? I know projections say no, but have you guys seen anything? He's going to be just another receiver. He's going to be the 4th receiver on the Buccaneers. I mean, like, will he be on the field for some plays? Sure, but how many? I don't know. Yeah. But he's not going to have a major role, right? I mean, like, just like you say, Eli Penny. What is he going to do? Not much. I mean, what, three, he may get 3 snaps. I mean, Perriman is someone that can, if he's on the field, catch an 80-yard bomb, right? Just like John Ross. Like he's barely going to be on the field, but he could catch an 80-yard bomb. So yeah, sure. If you want to YOLO or something like that. But I think a lot of the lineups that have those cheap players are Brady captain lineups. And the Brady captain build is the chalkiest build. So like, I don't even think it's worth it. Because then in order to play a Perriman or a Howard or one of these guys uniquely, you're not playing Brady and the captain, and then you're leaving money on the table. And it's like, if I'm leaving money on the table, why don't I just play Ryan Suckup instead? Right? Why leave 4,000 on the table? And if Suckup's only going to be 11, 12% owned, like I'll spend more of my money and still be better off projection wise and ownership wise.
You know, Blender, the more I think about it, and I'm looking at this. Let me see if this works. I don't think it's going to.
Remember, it's 8:15, by the way.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Always have to remind you on Mondays.
Yeah. Not going to work, but.
So you got to stop reserving your entries. You got to put in a dummy lineup, and then we don't have to worry.
No. I'm already set.
You're already in. I just want to make sure.
Yeah. This is me kind of playing around on the set here and saying, okay, how can we make this work? And now that I've done it, this is probably going to be a chalky build. And I try not to give out lineups on the show. I try to just talk through it, right? But I think I don't like it because I think it's very limited upside, which is why I feel like, these one quarterback lineups might be more advantageous than two quarterback lineups tonight for what it's worth.
What's this lineup? Who's in the captain in this line?
Daniel Jones.
Okay, well, you're getting different there.
Daniel Jones, but I've got both kickers.
Oh, okay. I typically don't play double kicker.
No, I know, but that's what I'm saying. Like I got both kickers and Brady. See?
Okay, and then you got what? You got Godwin and Tony left?
And that's why I said this sucks because it's maxed out. Like that'll be duped 150 times.
Because it makes more sense. I mean, you don't see many double kicker lineups. So you get
for what it's worth,
can be a little bit more unique, but this ain't going to be unique. I could guarantee you that. This is a lineup that's probably going to be duped double-digit times. Yeah.
Yeah, and so, but, and I'm not trying to get ahead of us. All I needed to do to make this what it needs to be is literally just put Kenny Golladay in there and leave 2,400 on the table.
So you put Golladay instead of Godwin. So you just
exactly. You see, exactly. And now this is a Millie winner. This is a Millie winner.
Maybe not a. That's still maybe a $330,000 winner. Maybe.
Hey.
It's still fine. Which is duplicating with three. Okay. Typically in these large field contests, if I could get dupes down to under 10, I'm fine. I'll take my 150,000 or whatever.
Look, I'm really enjoying this show for it to be like a kind of a weird game. Here's the other thing, guys. I want to teach you how to build lineups without lineup HQ somewhat. I'm not telling you not to build without lineup HQ. You need it. Like lineup HQ is like the best thing since sliced bread. But let your imagination roam. And I know I keep talking about this. I think you have to have some imagination in Showdown, right? This is one of those lineups where if you're building multiple, and you probably would get this in your build somewhere, but let's say you're building 20 lineups by hand. Because sometimes we do that, right? But especially when we're on this show, you take this build and you say, okay, I will maybe play the Godwin build because I do understand it makes sense. And maybe I make a few $100 off this $20, right? Maybe I make a few hundred. But then you take him out and you say, okay, now I'm just going to go down. I'm going to play Barkley and I'm going to play Ingram and I'm going to play Gronkowski and I'm going to play Golladay. And you basically have the same build by swapping out one guy. And each time the salary distribution is different because if you take out Golladay and you go down to Gronk, well, now you're leaving 3,200 on the table, right? And so now it's getting even more unique because nobody feels comfortable doing that. And so that's another way to kind of have a manual lineup HQ for yourself. And this is something I've done on Sundays for years where I'm building I will hand build some lineups, like, because I want it to look a certain way, Blender. And I know we can do it in Lineup HQ, but like, let's say I want to play Patrick Mahomes lineups. Today I'm talking a lot tonight, but thank you, Blender, for this time. Let's say I'm doing Patrick Mahomes lineups on a Sunday in a regular slate. And I've talked about this on the Blitz show. I'll do Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, Patrick Mahomes, Tyreek Hill, Patrick Mahomes, Nicole Hardman. And then I'll do a Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, Tyreek Hill, Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, Mecole Hardman. And then I'll start the Patrick Mahomes, Tyreek Hill, Mecole Hardman. You see, you start that process, and you get the flywheel going, and you can kind of manually build some unique things. In my opinion, maybe a little bit, because trying to tweak Lineup HQ to get it exact might be a little bit different, because I can't set player groups and stuff, and I get that. But I want to do what I want to do in those lineups. And so maybe reserve yourself, 10, 20 lineups and do something like this where you say, okay, I want these guys, and now let me mix and match around. Anyway, I'm done. Blender, back over to you for our regularly scheduled programs.
Well, if you want to do regularly scheduled stuff on Showdown, what's the one thing that we know inevitably happens on Showdown, on island games?
Let's get a tight end going.
Okay, here's the winning lineup. It leaves 13,400 on the table. If you want to play this has to be the nuts. It's a Brady captain lineup. If you want to get a Brady captain unique lineup, right? You play Brady with all 5 tight ends: Gronk, Brait, Howard, Ingram, and Rudolph.
No.
How do you lose? How do you lose in Showdown with 5 tight ends? Just play them all. Play Brady the captain, and just count your money, right?
Here's how you're going to lose. Mike Glennon is going to come in and score 20 fantasy points tonight.
Blaine Gabbert.
Well, okay. Man, this is fun.
Just understand that's a narrative. There's no data that shows that on island games tight ends do better. It's just it's random crap that happens, and we just notice it. You're just like, oh my God, tight ends in Showdown. If you go back the past 2 or 3 years and look at tight ends in Showdown, they don't perform any better than whatever. We're just on a kind of a streak, and we notice when it happens, right?
Right.
I know we talk a lot about DraftKings, but people in the chat, I see you people on YouTube, give me those thumbs. I don't play on FanDuel, 1 game slates, but you look at FanDuel way more than I do. So for the FanDuel people out there, what
I don't invest in FanDuel anymore, and there's a reason for that. FanDuel's not getting any more of my money. Customer service there has not been great throughout the years as we've gone into this new segment. And so I have shared that with the people that, I have boycotted FanDuel. I don't care what happens. They're not getting another cent of my money because the customer service is so crappy. And listen, I've been with FanDuel, and I think, me of all people, for you to be down on FanDuel, that should say a lot. Correct, because I've been a loyal FanDuel investor pretty much my whole DFS career. Like, I pretty much, and I'm not ashamed to say it, I pretty much made my career by just crushing on FanDuel, because it was, the site just fit my build style. Well, the customer service has really it's going downhill. And so I said, you know what? And I sent them a message. I said, you're not getting any more of my money. I'm not investing another cent. Thank you for everything throughout the years, but I can't do it. And here's why, Blender, I'll tell you. I sent them a very easy message. I just needed a simple response, and I never got a response back. And then I reached out again. I said, hey, I'm just checking on this, and then I got the generic email. The generic, hi.
Boilerplate. So someone from support is just pressing a macro button and just whatever.
Right. And then I said, okay. So I would have, and here's the thing, Blender, I would have been okay with the initial automated response. Like, I would have been okay with that. Like, that's normal. But after 3 days of getting no response, and then I say, hey, just checking, and then it's an automated response, I said, okay, yeah, won't be doing this. Especially when I can just reach out to my guy at Prize Picks right now. I can send him a message, and he'll send me one back in 5 minutes. So thank you, Prize Picks, for the great customer service. And guess what? I know Prize Picks is going to get bigger. And so, hopefully the customer service level stays at the top. And I'm not going to bore anyone with my story. So for that reason, I don't invest any more of my hard-earned dollars on FanDuel at all. It's all DK and the prop sites. So hopefully it clears it up.
If you're playing on FanDuel, MVP, I think if you don't play Brady in the MVP spot, I think playing Daniel Jones, I think MVP spot on FanDuel is going to be primarily Brady, then Godwin, then Fournette, then Evans. So I think playing a giant, playing Barkley or Jones in the MVP in the large field stuff, that's a better way to get a more unique lineup. Just if you could avoid the top Bucks players. Because like I said, I don't like the cheapies on this slate. On both sides. So playing a kicker in the flex, and playing like Daniel Jones in the MVP or something like that, that may be a way to get unique. Because the MVP is boring on FanDuel because you don't have the salary multiplier. On DraftKings, there's an opportunity cost on. Well, you're gonna have to pay $18,000 for Brady if you want him in 1.5. So that's the main reason, and it's a 5-slot lineup, and there's a lot more duplication. So that's the reason I don't play there for the single game slates. I don't mind the boilerplate emails. I don't contact them that often. Right. As long as bad players are playing there, I'll keep on playing there. Whatever. I typically don't reach out to customer service. But we got 10 minutes left. Will, do you want me to show off Slate IQ?
Man, let's get it, because it's going to make tons of sense for the people. We've been talking around it, Blender. We've been talking around it. Now let's bring them in. That's what
I do. Will, that's what I do. It used to be, we talked about Slate IQ a little bit earlier, but the problem is that it's a premium part of our product. If you have to sign up for RotoGrinders Premium, NFL, combo, we have NBA, you could do whatever you want, single sport or whatever. And you get all of the content, you get all the projections, you get all the expert surveys, you get the grind downs, the Slate IQ, the tools, the smash percentages, everything. So sign up using the link in the description, get $10 off your first month. And the problem is if I show it off too early, people will have much more time to take advantage of it. And this is a free show. So the free show people, you got to hit that thumbs up button. We don't get enough thumbs up. The free shows go away. But the problem is that I'm going to show off Slate IQ, but you're only going to have like 5 minutes to benefit on that. And maybe no one could just sit there and make 150 lineups based on it because we put it so late in the show. So it's tactical. The reason why I wait all the way to the end. It's tactical. So It's a benefit for the free people. But if you want Slate IQ for every island game in NFL, feel free to sign up for RotoGrinders Premium. And right now, based on our simulations, we get a lot, not many onslaughts, a lot of heavy 4-2 favorite, 3-3 favorite, and even 2-4 with the 4 underdog 20% of the time. That's the construction. So I don't have any 5-1s or 1-5s, but I have a lot right in this middle range. And then we look at historical captain usage. We get a lot of the quarterbacks. So I get the reason why Brady is going to be popular. But who says that it can't be Daniel Jones? So he's going to be so much less owned in the captain spot. And we take a look at the projected captain usage. Positive leverage on Brady, only because he projects so well. And I get that. Yeah. But negative leverage on Godwin and Evans and Fournette. And we have positive leverage on nearly all the Giants. Daniel Jones, positive leverage. Saquon Barkley, positive leverage. Darius Slayton, positive leverage. Evan Ingram, positive leverage. Then we take a look at the flex usage. We can see here that we get heavy on Suckup, heavy on the Giants defense, heavy on Ronald Jones, and not much on Gronk. And Giovanni Bernard is significantly negative leverage. Devontae Booker, I don't. If he gets there, I just lose, right? I'm just at 4,800, I ain't playing him. So this is what you get. You get the historical roster constructions is based on similar slates before, not this particular slate, that kind of match up with this game archetype. And then you get our simulation slate IQ, which is we take all the projections and all the ownership for today's slate and simulate it out 10,000, 50,000, 100,000 times and take a look at the top 0.1% of lineups and what do they look like, right? So when we simulate 35.44% of the time, it's a 4-2 favored dog lineup, 3-3, 29% of the time. And then you can take a look at, 21% of the time, Tom Brady's in the captain, but we have him owned at 18%. So that's positive leverage. I think he's going to be more owned than 18% personally. So I think the construction, I have no problem with Brady and the captain. It's just that it really limits your construction because if you play Brady and the captain, you almost have to play Godwin or Evans in the flex. And then once you start doing that last 4 spots, like how many combinations of them are there because you're limited for salary. So for the large field stuff, I'm not a big fan of that construction. Although based on our simulations, it comes out top 0.1% of lineups more often than other lineups, but still 80% of the time it's a not Brady captain lineup. So I'm going to go for those outcomes.
Yeah, I like it.
Alan asks, is Godwin or Fournette too chalky for captain? I think Godwin is over-owned in the captain, but I don't mind Fournette in the captain.
Yeah, I like it. I like it because Godwin's going to get ownership in the captain, and it's warranted because typically, and see, this is why slate IQ is so important, I think. Because why? Typically, the wide receiver is the key to unlocking the Millie takedown. What slate IQ is telling us today is QB may be the key. Even though we think
not necessarily Brady.
Right. QB, not Tom Brady. Just the quarterback position. Yes.
Daniel Hutchins says, feels anecdotally that whatever ownership I think Gronk will have, it ends up higher than that. I'm not sure on this slate. Typically, I agree with you. On a lot of main slates, Gronk is always like 20 or 30% higher owned. If he's projected to be 6% owned, he ends up being 9 or 10% owned. Right. I think with Gronk being out and him being 6,200, we have him in the flex at 18.9% ownership. I think it'll be around there. I think around 20%. I don't see him being 35% owned at 6,200.
Yeah, I don't, and because he's just coming back. Like if this was still Gronk, where he was catching 4 or 5 passes and a touchdown every game, he wouldn't even be 6,200. He would have been probably 8K or something. So,
But remember, Will, tight ends and showdown.
Look, if Gronk comes out and scores a touchdown first drive, hey, he scores a touchdown. I'm not going to have much Gronk.
I'm not sure if I have any. Let me check again. Do I have Gronk? Okay, no, I do. I have Gronk in one.
Yeah, not much. I'm not saying not any, just not much.
I think I have Gronk in just one lineup. Yeah, just one lineup for me. Okay, we got 3 minutes left. Remember, after this show, or directly after, you don't have to go anywhere. You don't have to click on another YouTube link or anything like that. We got Grind the Line, sports betting show with Dean, with Grant, with maybe SBK. And they'll be hanging out with you the entire Monday Night Football game, live betting, prop betting, arguing about stuff, hanging out with the YouTube people. So stick around for that. They'll be up. We'll be switching over soon. And if you got any last minute questions, feel free to post them in the YouTube chat. Hit that thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button, which looks, I don't know what that looks like. Kind of looks like this. There's a notification bell. I don't know if it looks something like this, maybe, to let you know when we go live on the YouTube channel, because we got NBA shows, we got NFL shows, we got tons of shows always here on the YouTube channel. So basically, between me and you, the make or break plays on this slate sound to me that we have in common are Daniel Jones and Ryan Suckup.
Yeah, for sure.
Would that be true? We want Daniel Jones to rush for 100 yards and 2 touchdowns, and Ryan Suckup to hit. I want the game.
I kind of don't, because I need my under props to hit on Daniel Jones on prize.
So my DFS lineups have to take a hit for your prop.
No, Daniel Jones can still score as long as he scores under 16 fantasy points, which it's very possible. He can hit that. Brady still does his thing. He'll still be optimal. I don't need Brady to go for 30. I need Brady to go for like 21. See?
And why can't we just do a hedge? So you're going to bet his unders, and then you still play him in DFS, so you win either way.
Oh, I'm still playing him. Yeah.
Okay.
But I have a lot of Daniel Jones over passing yard props. Prize Picks.
But you have him under. Okay, so you have under fantasy points,
right?
But over passing yards.
Right, because I don't think he's going to get all the touchdowns. Plus,
how do you keep track of all this? It seems like you have 700 things going on.
I don't. It's all very.
You just don't keep track. Okay, that's an honest answer. I just
no. I'm saying I don't have a lot going on. It sounds like it, but it's really
okay.
not.
To me, it sounds like you got. I got this, and then what? Have you ever talked to Grant? Grant seems like he has 700 bets every day. Well, I got this, and this. I got that, and that on this side. I got this and this.
Man, I only have 15 seconds to get this in. Jesus.
It's 8:15, Will. How do you not know? You said you had everything okay.
No, but then I found another build that I liked. 2 seconds. I won't get that prop in. That's okay. So here's what happens, but you have to understand. And I'm sure the crew is coming in at some point. On Prize Picks, they almost do like, so in the sports books, they give you a sports book, they give you a boost, right? An odds boost. Prize Picks gives you a parlay boost for same game parlays. So like so they boost each level. So there's a 2 out of 2 version where if you're going to do what they call flex, instead of it being 2x, I think it's 3. No, I think it's 2x. But then if you lock it in to where you have to, it's basically all or nothing. It's usually 3x. They'll give you 4x, right? And then the next level up, if you lock it all in at three different picks, it's 5x, but they will give you 6x if you lock it, right? But then the flexes go up as well. So typically the 3 out of 3 flex is 2.25, but they'll give you 3.75x. Then you move to the next level where, just hang with me here. If you get a 4 out of 4.
I'm lost already. I'm lost. I have no idea what's going on.
Well, just let me rant for a second. These guys are here. If you get a 4 out of 4, then they'll give you 5x. But in certain same game parlay combinations, they'll give you 8.5. And then for five different basically parlay picks, it's usually 10x. But depending on the combination or how you build it, you can get 12x, 12.5x, up to 15x. So they're basically giving you a parlay boost on same game parlays. And what ended up happening is, while we were on the show, I found a boost that I had not hit today, which was 12.5x. I said, oh my gosh, I got to go in and get this in. And so basically what the parlay was I took Daniel Jones over passing yards because the prop was at like 225. Tom Brady over fantasy points at 20.5. And then I took Graham Gano over 7 fantasy points, which is basically just him hitting field goals. So, just standard field goal scoring. And then I took my tackle props, which was a Levante David over 7.5. And what's the other guy's name? And then Tay Crowder under 8.5. And then when I found it, I said, oh my God, this is 12.5x, not 12. So then guess what, Blend? I went through the same process. Just like I was telling people, if you find a build, you swap out certain guys, right? I was going to do the same thing with this. So I was going to go in and take Brady, Daniel Jones, Levante David, Crowder, and then swap out Gano for Suckup. And then I was going to do the same prop again, and then swap out Crowder for Ryan Suckup, and then keep Gano, Suckup, Levante David. Then the same thing, but take out Levante David, and so Gano, Suckup, Crowder. So that's what I was going to do, but I ran out of time, and I didn't find this combination until we were talking. All that to say, sorry the show got a little bit off the rails, guys. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for listening to me rant today.
Well, we've got like 3 hours of me and Dean being on the rail.
Dean, I got a question for you, Dean.
Yeah.
When Will was going off on all of that, and most of it I didn't understand, is that how most people feel when I talk for 7 minutes?
No,
is that the way that I felt during that? I'm like, I'm lost after the first 40 seconds, and it goes on for another 6 minutes. Is that how that must be how people must think when I talk, right?
I followed most of it, and it reminded me. I didn't know there would be math. It reminded me of the old Scott Steiner promo. all the numbers he threw out there.
Oh, the math promo, right?
33 and a third, right?
Right. He was correct with all. People make fun of him, but he was actually correct with all the math.
Well, there were some presumptions in there too, and also like the matches are fixed. But yeah, the math is on the up and up. I suppose it was legit.
Dean, no, the funniest promo was Sid. If you want to go by wrestling promos,
I don't know if I know the Sid promo.
But when Sid in the what this is like 98 WCW 99 when against when Nash and Hall are in the ring.
Devin just classic. Closed captions are available through YouTube. That's hilarious. Devin, I gotta give it to you, man. That's a good one.
but Dean, Sid, look it up on YouTube when Sid goes, you're half the man that I am, and I have half the brains that you do.
Oh, okay.
And Nash just because obviously he's got it mixed up like that, and then they just laughed at him.
I'm not aware of that one, but yeah, I remember Psycho Sid. Was that his name or Sid?
Well,
Vicious?
it depends on what company he was in.
Sid Vicious,
Sid Vicious, Sid Justice, Psycho Sid. Woo!
Boy, I mean, you guys are getting me excited about some old school WCW, WWF, not WWE, folks. WWF, World Wrestling Federation.
Don't search Sid's injury when he jumps off the top rope.
I saw that live.
You were there.
No,
I saw it live on TV.
Oh, well, that's not. Come on, that's not the same. I saw the Super Bowl too. Oh wait, you were there? No, I saw it on my television.
No, but it's such an obscure WCW Thunder in 2000 or something. I mean, like,
oh man,
it was on live TV. Oh, it was brutal. Like I've seen the clip before, and it's just
man. You remember WCW used to come on TNT? Whew. I mean, just you can't beat this stuff, folks. You can't beat it.
Will, when you pretend to come back later on, 2 hours after you do your recordings or whatever, and you say, "Hey, we're going to come back," and like then the third quarter, this is the kind of stuff we talk about sometimes.
Look, I'm here, man. I might just hang out for a little while. I need to step away and grab a something to drink, maybe a little snack. But I don't think Grant, you won't mind if I hang out, or Devin, SBK.
Yeah, no problem with it at all. I enjoy your company much more than Dean Eagles.
It'd be amazing if Grant said
Steve, Ultimate Warrior, man. Ted DiBiase. Woo. We're bringing them out now, guys.
By the way, I think the Bucks just finished their first drive.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think Brady
just scored a touchdown.
His A-dot on that was negative.
Who scored a touchdown?
Godwin. Who had Godwin first touchdown? Anybody?
No, I didn't bet first touchdown this week because I didn't have time.
Godwin already scored?
Yes, I did. 4-minute drive. We are not talking about wrestling. Yeah, what up, chat? Hit the like button, subscribe, turn on notifications, ask all sorts of random questions. We can regale about 80s wrestling or talk about the actual football game.
Let me see how my props are doing, because
it's already 4 minutes in. Can you wait?
No, but look,
props are doing the game. I was only 4 minutes in.
No, I took Godwin over 60-something yards, so he could be there. Listen, this is you don't come into the prop shop. You don't come into the prop shop.
21 yards. He has 2 catches for 21 yards. That wasn't a deep catch.
How many yards do you think he could have? They only started the game.
It was a 69-yard drive, so probably 69 is what he could have had.
The only thing that these tight
ends, we get checks in the prop shop, okay? We get checks here. Checks occur in the prop shop.
2 tight ends have caught football so far tonight for Tampa. None of them named Gronkowski. The Brait and OJ Howard each with a catch, and Fournette caught what I presume was a little screen pass. I missed the play for the record. And this is also a live gambling show too. Grant, tell us what's going on as far as the odds. How much have they changed? Did you wager anything before the game started? I wanted to be reactionary.
I've got a half G on the Giants to win. It was a free bet.
That's $500 for gambling lingo, right?
Yeah.
I've already hit my Jason Tatum free throw prop of the night. He was at 3.5. He already had 6. Listen. This is fantastic.
Wait, you bet Jason Tatum free throws? That's awesome.
By the way, Blender, before you go, you see he's doing pretty well for Atlanta tonight?
Kevin Hurt. Don't tell me Kevin Herter's doing well.
Hey, man, Red Velvet, don't mess with Kevin Herter. It's still 5 minutes.
What's well to you? What's well? Tell me what well is.
Like 12 points?
Yeah. Yeah, he's got
12 points. Well, he's 40. He's like 4,500 salary.
He's 5K.
Oh. He's 5Ks.
Nope.
Is he 5K over on FanDuel or 5K over on DraftKings?
It was 4-2, I believe, on DraftKings. Yeah, he's doing pretty well. Yeah, that game's staying close too, and it's a really, really high scoring. I would imagine. Yeah, that's the problem with Atlanta. When everybody's
and
healthy for
yet
Atlanta.
Dort and Giddy aren't on pace, are barely on pace to hit their overs on points.
Dort's got 10 points. What are you talking about?
Oh, do you just get another one?
Dort is doing well, right? 10 points as well, apparently.
And Giddy's on his way too.
Hey.
He's got 5 and 5 and 3.
And Blender, we just got that Ryan suck up extra point kick.
I'm rooting for field goals. I'm rooting for the extra points.
No,
fine.
we will get them. They're going to score at least 4 touchdowns. He'll get 3 field goals. Trust me, we're good on our suck up props, folks. We're good.
Did I hear Keach just walk away? Keach is with us, right? I've not watched the video just yet, but I think he's lurking.
Yeah, Keach is in the building.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
back. Yeah.
He's incognito.
But, all right.
You got any bets, Keach? I don't want to keep you all. Blender and Will, you're more than welcome to hang out as long as you
Will's
want.
hanging out
hang
for a
out
little
next
bit.
week.
Dean.
I'm hanging out. I already said that.
I smell
feel like I bullied
dinner.
him into it. I feel like I pressured him in. Like you can grab your food and drink, and if you feel comfortable, you can eat on air with it. So it's no
Yeah,
worries.
I mean,
My
no,
wife
listen,
would like that. My wife wants to eat dinner with me. Apparently, she likes spending time with me. I don't know who.
Yeah, it's
She's the
beyond
only
me
one
why.
that does.
Well, maybe she's a contrarian like you are.
Yeah, it's a long con, I think.
Oh, and my Brady fantasy point props on track first quarter. I'm doing that just about bother Blender.
Based on the very first drive. Well, he's on track for like 15 touchdowns.
Well,
I've got a decent same game parlay with Brady over 297, Godwin touchdown, Evans touchdown.
Oh, that's perfect. Because I think is Godwin about to break some Tampa Bay record for the most touchdowns in Buccaneers history? Is that coming up?
Is that Godwin or Evans?
Evans, I mean, isn't Evans in line for some
Evans
record?
got to be close. He's been catching touchdowns like a fiend his whole career.
Who is the greatest receiver in Tampa Bay Bucks history? It's got to be
Vincent Jackson.
He's mostly wasn't he mostly Vincent Jackson? San Diego. He didn't play much on Tampa, did he? Let's see, most touchdowns.
I mean, Evans might be the best.
It can't be a big number unless we're just missing something that's obvious.
Well, no, Mike Evans is like up there on the touchdown list.
What you're saying, the all-time for all teams? No.
I mean, he's further up there than you would believe.
Okay.
Matter of fact, I got to get on my second half props here. I will say I play more second half football props than probably anything else. Like NBA, I don't really worry about it as much unless I know something's like crazy. Like Kevin Durant like scores no points in the first half and they drop his second half prop down to like 12.5 or something, but all in all with football, I'm much more likely to hop on and they've already got Brady at 143.5 passing yards. Want to wait on that one.
By the way, Mike Evans by far double both reception yards and receiving TDs all time for.
Yeah, there's nobody else. Yeah, the second guy is a person named Jimmy Giles, who I've never heard of. Kevin House.
I mean, he still has 70 touchdowns and almost 9,000.
That's a good one. But do you think how long did Keyshawn play in the Jets for the Jets? How many seasons? Was it like,
Tampa or the Jets?
No, I know. I'm just saying, was he there long enough to qualify? You think?
Probably not. He moved around.
And I don't think he was that good for that long either, unless I'm mistaken.
No.
I feel like his run was like maybe 5-6 years. Am I wrong?
His name was bigger than his production, like at the tail end.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
It's because he went to USC out there, and then went to the Jets and kind of he had name value for sure. Good call, SPK.
Barkley for 8 yards, couple carries for Saquon, 2 carries, 10 yards.
Really?
Good to see him back.
He got 8 yards.
Yes, sir.
I need to hammer this 17.5 second yard rushing yard prop. Now I usually wait on that because if they're behind, like it could get ugly. But
yeah, it might get ugly.
But Saquon could pop one.
Mike Evans, 70 career touchdowns. Cameron Brate is fourth. If you ever want to know how terrible Tampa is as a history and as a franchise, Cam Brate is the fourth all-time leading touchdown receiver for that organization at 30. I would never have guessed it's Cam Brate. Godwin right behind him.
Who was an? Oh no, I was about to say Nickerson or something. He was a defensive player.
Hardy.
I mean, the greatest Buccaneers player probably in history. Everybody's probably going to say Warren Sapp at this point.
Derek Brooks.
Derek Brooks is pretty good too.
Derek Brooks and Warren Sapp.
Yeah.
Him in Florida State.
Yeah, for sure. Derek Brooks, for sure. But yeah. No offensive player. And then Mike.
What about Vinny Testaverde? He's standing right here.
And stop it. And then Mike Allstott, because he was like the greatest fullback they had ever had. He's just such a Swiss Army knife of all fullbacks. Like, people know Mike Allstott. Like, it's crazy.
Would Allstott be able to play in today's game?
Is that like Cadillac Williams years?
Allstott was also pretty. He was a fullback, but he ran the ball a lot.
Yeah.
Fullback's kind of outdated.
He was kind of like
that's a hell of a name there, Keith.
Cadillac
Williams.
Cadillac
He
Williams.
had a couple years.
Yeah.
Cadillac Williams wasn't him and Cedric Benson both at Auburn together?
Benson from Cincinnati. Yeah.
Yeah, I think they were drafted like 2-4 in the same draft.
They both went in the top 5.
Yeah.
3.
Imagine drafting a running back in the first 5.
Yeah, they drafted 2 of them in the top 5.
Yeah, that was pretty common.
The chat's partaking in some of the greatest all-time Bucks. Joe Juravicius. Don't sleep on Joe Juravicius. Simeon Rice.
Not a bad one.
Joe Juravicius, I believe. Did he play for? He played for Cleveland too, and I think he played for Seattle.
I'm pretty sure.
Sid, huh? Sid Juravicius. He sounds like one of those old school wrestlers. Sid Juravicius.
A great last name.
Blender was there, by the way. Or is he still with us? I don't know if Blender's still with us. I was just gonna he probably stepped. Irish goodbye, Blender. Yeah, he's gone. All right.
He's not here. Yeah.
There you go. He just I'm out of here. He's going.
But he is coming back though, right?
Blender? No, he's not coming back. He's done. He's minus 10,000.
That was a joke. That was a joke.
This is what we do, Will. We just are you recording your podcast tonight? I assume you got to go at some point.
Yeah, at some point I will go. Right now, I'm getting in some extra NBA props that now that the list is filtered down a little bit, I see a few other tasty ones, which I saw them earlier. I do think I have a few pieces, but Mike Conley,
something you liked. What do you have?
Mike Conley over 5.5 assists tonight. I like that one. I mean, he's pretty much been there almost every game anyway. Had a kind of a scoring explosion. But yeah, and then I'm also taking Tyrese Maxey over 20.5 points against Sacramento. I mean, gosh, he's going to have to do something.
Seth Curry is now questionable.
Tyrese Maxey's going off.
Oh, not only that, I might bet some Shake Milton props.
That's okay.
Yeah, and then I'm thinking about getting in on some.
Okay.
I'm thinking about getting in on some Andre Drummond props too against Sacramento. Like, I know his minutes have been down, but Tobias was back. Like, man, doesn't he have to get like 15 rebounds tonight? I'm taking the over on his fantasy points.
Drummond's projection for rebounds is probably around 13, 14, isn't it?
Honestly, his points are 11.5. I think I'm going to hit that for. Yeah,
I like it. I'm doing it right
just
now.
Just closed. Great. Yeah,
it did.
Yeah, just closed because of the.
I've got him at 10.5. Let me see if I can get this in. Oh,
the thing with Drummond, they pulled back a little bit on his minutes of late, and their backup they've given a few more minutes too. But
it's a different story without Harris in there, and without Curry, they're going to need some offense in some way. They're going up against Sacramento. Sacramento could start running at a huge pace with Gentry at the helm.
Grant, I got it.
That a kid.
Oh man, let me go hammer. I'm gonna hammer this Maxey and Drummond.
If Shake Milton's on there too, it's not. It's
we don't have Shake. Yeah, they won't give you Shake.
By the way, 3rd and 6 for the Giants at the Tampa Bay 20.
So does Will take part in any flash drafts?
I'm about to grab.
I can't.
I'm about to
I'm
grab
not eligible.
some Thai food from my kitchen.
What are you doing?
We are Thai food. I'm about to dish myself up a plate. How was that? There we go. That's a flag.
Are you ahead of me? I'm at 3rd and 6 right now. You watching it? You watch the 3rd and 6 play or the 2nd and whatever play?
Was there just a flag?
You know what else I think I'm going to take?
Yeah, Grant's ahead of me. Unbelievable.
I think I'm going to take John Morant over 22.5 points, even though they're facing Utah. Oh, assist prop of the day, Grant. If you have it, Mikal Bridges over 1.5 assists. If they have it on the books. And listen, this is the best prop of the day. On November 14th, he had 0 assists. On November 15th,
this on the Twitter machine.
Yes. On November 15th, he had 1. On November 17th, he had 2. On November 19th, he had 3. On November 21st, he had 4. So he's due for 5 assists tonight. He's working it up. 0, 1, 2, 3.
You know what? You got me sold. I just
take it.
Wait, you believe that line of reasoning you buy, Grant?
I trust my friend Will. I don't trust my friend Daniel.
I trust Will too, but he was being absurd, I think.
No, I have money on this, significant money on the over on 1.5 assists tonight. But here's the main reason why. There is a correlation to this. DeAndre Ayton coming back is the reason the assists are going up. You see? Easier buckets, lobs, throw it to him. He's going to be right around the rim. You get what I'm saying, Dean? That's why the assists are creeping up. I'm telling you.
Oh, boy. All right. Curry is officially out according to our chat. Let me just confirm that.
Oh, gosh.
What in the world?
I got to go hammer more Sixers props. I
have lineups to fix. This is going to be fun.
Oh, man. You know what? Maxi fantasy points now. He was already at 36. I'm taking him. Drummond.
By the way, the Magic are getting absolutely destroyed right now.
Yeah, I avoided all Magic props tonight.
I have a lot of Magic props. Like I have like 4K on Magic props right now.
I think Hampton's going to be going to close strong. He seems like he's going to mop this game up when it gets ugly. He might do pretty well. Maybe he'll kick you as well.
They
got it again.
By Milwaukee on Saturday too.
Say it again.
They got destroyed by Milwaukee on Saturday, or I think it was Saturday.
No. Yeah. Orlando closed strong. They beat the line. They only lost
covered.
Like 5.
Not the starters. It was their bench guys, I think.
Correct. I thought you meant as a game, as a collective. But yeah, the bench did great and made the game interesting. Yeah. 3rd and 9, by the way, for the Giants at the 12-yard line. We got a flag. I don't know, this is motion of some sort, a false start of some sort. False start for the Giants.
I'll be right back. I'm grabbing some food.
I have to change some lineups. What games do we have left? We got Phoenix. Not that ended. There's only so it's Memphis and Utah, and so we're just gonna load up on some cork moss, right? I guess. Who else is gonna play?
Kirk's gonna play a lot. I would think Thibault is kind of. I wouldn't want to target him for DFS purposes, but his presence is just kind of interesting.
There's no way he never gets extra usage, right? Thibault, like he's a great stock stack.
Underdog is already
involved at all on offense. Yeah.
Underdog, they pulled him. No Sixers props, gone.
Yeah, they do that every time. Based on.
Oh no, I know. Yeah, I know. I'm just saying I couldn't beat them. I beat Prize Pick, but I couldn't beat Underdog.
It's always a mad rush when you see news trying to beat the book to something.
Giants kicking a field goal, 4th and 14.
Exactly. You see? Now I'm going to get my Graham Gano points. Yes. I
want to watch games with Will. Will has such a blast.
Absolutely.
And you're betting on everything. You got everything going on. What's your setup like at home, Will? Do you have like a bunch of TVs? Do you have the quad box on like a monitor? What do you watching the stat tracker?
Got 2 screens and then my TV's right here. So like I don't have it on right now on purpose because I was on the show and I didn't want to be distracted. Sure. And I don't have like ADD or something. The game hadn't started yet, so it was no point. But yeah, I could get up and turn it on. But I'm going to be relocating the office to upstairs. I had it downstairs for a while, so I'm going to relocate it upstairs. And I've already got like 4 screens in there.
Nice.
I mean, ready to go. I'm saying, like, I'm going to have the try set up for screen here for my work, right? 3. So screen in front, these 3, and then I'll have 2 or 3 TVs.
Only 3 screens.
Oh yeah. Here comes Grant. Grant's got to one up you.
I mean, I've only got 2 in front of me right now. Well, 3, 4. You can include the TV. But yeah, I need just a live betting with all the websites. I need to have 4 screens just to put them all up there at once.
Hey, Keach, they're saying in the chat, and for some reason my brain just missed it. Like a couple people talking about it. What about Shake Milton? He's got to get a ton of run now, right? You can just swap Curry to Shake, and that's it. That's all you want to do. That's pretty easy. Same price. Actually, Shake's $200 less on DK. So I think I might just do that.
It's a fine approach. Yeah, I mean, he was probably going to play a decent amount as it was, but yeah, obviously Curry there.
This is your team.
He's definitely one of the guys that we'll see play more.
You know what? Huh? I'm going back to the well on a prop that I had the other night and it didn't quite come through. I'm going with DeAndre Ayton over 11.5 rebounds.
Oh, I already hit that and over on points plus rebounds. Go for it.
Yeah, I'm going back to the well on that one.
My biggest bet, I think, is Fox. I got Fox on over on points.
At 18.5 against Philly?
Yeah.
I like that. You know what? Plugging it in, Dean. You sold me.
There it is. See,
Done.
Grant,
Done.
I didn't see you rushing the plug.
No, and I definitely like that tonight with no Tobias. Now no Curry.
I mean, Bible's annoying, but he's a good defensive player to be out there. But
But I'm saying this should be an up and down game for sure. So in that particular build, Dean, for 10x, I've got 8 and over 11.5 rebounds. Mikal Bridges, which is like my prop of the day, over 1.5 assists. Tyrese Maxey over 20.5 points. Andre Drummond over 10.5 points. De'Aaron Fox over 18.5. Yeah, I like it.
There it is.
I'm hopping in these flash drafts if anybody wants to get in.
Hop in there, my friend.
40 seconds.
What? Devin, you know the house rules. You got to get at least a 3-minute warning.
So here's what I hate, though. I hate when I do this. I took a Domantas Sabonis under 15.5 when I wanted to take the over. And so because Prize Picks doesn't have like the green or like usually when you would take the under initially, they'd automatically start it like it glow green, but now they're all white and then it doesn't go green until the game starts. And so I do have him in like other ones. Like it's not like but I just happened to mess up on that one. So
can I tell you my least favorite thing about Prize Picks? And I don't mean to the nitpick, but our flash draft is starting. I'll tell you after this. Tom Brady versus Fournette versus Evans for the second quarter. Tampa's got the ball right now with 4 minutes to go in their own territory. I mean, everybody's going to play Brady, but maybe you shouldn't. I don't know. I took Lenny. 20% on Lenny. There you go. You got another catch for Godwin, 7 yards.
Got to be Ingram.
Gano versus Ingram. Oh, because is that rules because of tight ends?
I mean, you know the rules, Dean.
But he plays
Jason Tatum, 9 free throws. Good golly.
Ingram at 40%. What can go wrong? Suck up Tony versus Booker. I think I'm taking Suck up. What do you think, Grant? Are you playing along or what?
I'm going Tony.
I'm going Booker.
I'm going Suck up. How about that? I'm going road. I'll take the 4 points, 5 points. Tony was the chalk at 58%. Oh, now we got Tony at, you guys can double down on Tony. 1.5x, Gano 1.5, and Jones. Ugh. I'm going to go with Jones. And hopefully Tony.
Well, look, all right, friends. I'm actually going to head out now. Looks like everybody's getting home. Got some Chick-fil-A to eat. So
nice.
I will
you eat it with or without later. Pickles?
Without on the sandwich.
Nice.
Thank you.
Yeah. I don't want pickles, but I do want my American cheese on there. For those
Can't fault you for that.
I like cheese. All right. Well, I'm out, folks. It's been real. Talk to you guys later. Peace.
Be good. I never got to vent him about the one thing I didn't like about Prize Picks. He's like something bad about Prize Picks. Gotta go.
Company man right there.
It's a really nitpicking, but I don't know if you guys play or not. Like I want to be able to keep the 4 or 5 names up on the board. I hate going back and clicking them in again and going back. Time is a commodity, Keach. I got things to do. I got other things to enter. I don't
you have absolutely nothing else in life to do.
Oh, Grant. I mean, this is the thing I'm doing right now. This is not important.
No.
Hey, Gronk.
Billy's not having you here.
I think, what did I get? I bet Gronk over his receiving yards at like 25 or something like that. What was the number? I thought the number was too low for Gronk, whatever it was. I don't know. Did you guys bet that at all? Just me?
No.
I had a Gronk first touchdown bet that obviously did not hit. Other than that, though. I am on the Giants, by the way. I don't know if we've even talked about NFL bets yet, but I have a Giants spread bet. That's kind of it right now.
I have the Giants money line.
I figured you would have something like that.
It's perfect free bet, and honestly, like Brady hasn't covered on primetime games. Everyone's always on Brady. Like the Giants have, for some reason, kept some games close.
Yeah, I mean Tampa. It seems like they especially on the road, it's like more so than home, play down their competition. What did you get the Giants money line at?
I think 490.
Yeah, it's up there.
Yeah.
I was about taking a stab at it. I didn't do it, which goes against most of my typical Monday Night Football betting habits. But
I love the party.
Giants money line that's a party right there. Well, it could be a short-lived
so
one, but
I can actually bet on Caesars in Arizona for some gosh darn reason. And
are you in Arizona right now?
yeah,
Oh yeah. The video's not working now, but it looked like you had a nice little backdrop there when I first came on.
it's a window.
Are you in your new place?
No, I'm in Arizona with my family for Thanksgiving.
That's what I thought.
Talk about Giants money line. You can get it for, well, it just went down to 575 on BetMGM.
Plus 700 over on DK.
It was 675 like 20 seconds ago.
Devin, what'd you bet tonight? You got any bets in there?
I have a couple of parlays, mostly like
the
around
parlays.
Gronk, anytime touchdown, Brady over yards, passing, what you'd expect out of a Tampa Bay game.
You're a truther when it comes to the tight ends on Showdown, right? You're just buying that narrative.
Look, I'm just using my eyes, and they don't lie.
I'm fully on board with that. I
Like,
don't
really?
understand
Like
it.
you're on board with that? You understand like math and analytics and all that kind of stuff and sample sizes and
What
you
are those?
fully believe
what are those
if for whatever
things, Dean?
reason tight
Yes.
ends. What's that?
You continue to lose money, and I'll continue to win money.
So you
Not all
believe if
numbers,
some
Dean.
say it again?
There's something under the surface.
Oh,
There's something there.
you're
Yeah.
saying baked
Tight
into
ends on
lineup page. So Keach, you do projections on lineup page too. Baked into the projections is like some sort of narrative of, oh wait, this is a showdown game, so we got to bump up Gronk like 3%.
I mean, we don't have it in there now, but the more you talk about it, the more I'm intrigued by the thought. So yeah, maybe we start giving tight ends a 2 or 3% boost on showdown slates.
What if the tight end is like celebrating a birthday that evening versus a team they used to play for? Then what do we do?
Birthday is generally bumped down. People get drunk on their birthday.
Wait, after the game, not during the game.
Well,
Yeah,
they're
you
thinking
go
about
out the night
drinking.
of.
They're thinking about drinking
You
during
go
the
out the
game.
night
Thinking about drinking.
Thinking
Oh.
about drinking. Hey,
You
Dean,
can play well under those circumstances, though.
Dean, you know what I watched the other
Being
day?
excited for drinking, that's exciting.
What did you watch, Devin?
One
Rush Hour?
Paramount. What is it's no TriStar Films? No, it's Paramount Pictures.
Rush Hour?
Rush Hour.
Which the first one, the original?
The original, yeah. I saw it.
Was it any good?
I saw it was on Hulu. It still holds up, Dean. I will die on this hill.
It's fantastic.
It's fantastic.
Ain't nobody
It's a
understand the
different
words
take than
coming
It's the
out of your
Great-
mouth.
It's fantastic. It's a much different take than It's the Greatest Movie of All Time. Those are two different takes.
Yeah, disagree.
You disagree? You think there's only one thing that's fantastic? That's it?
Yes. Everything else is very good.
So nothing else is fantastic? Like
Nothing
Shawshank
else is
Redemption,
fantastic.
Not Inglourious Bastards, not fantastic. Forrest Gump, not
Not fantastic. I wasn't a huge fan. It was all right.
Well, whatever. I'm just naming movies that I can
That you
run
think
down
are
a-
fantastic?
Okay,
You
no,
clearly have bad choice.
Godfather, Goodfellas, Casino.
Never seen it.
Never seen any of those?
Never seen Godfather.
Oh, the worst. Goodfellas,
I
Casino.
haven't either.
I mean, are we surprised that you haven't? It's more surprising for me, being a cinephile.
You can't be a cinephile. You're disqualified after saying you've never seen
Yeah,
Godfather.
that's obviously they're not.
I'm the exception that proves the rule.
Devin-
No,
Devin went to film school. He's the ultimate word here. Yeah, Devin, chime in.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll lead off by saying that my list of quote unquote classic movies that I haven't seen that everybody else says you have to have seen, that's a pretty long list for me. So, but that being said, I watched all three Godfathers in high school and have not stopped loving them since.
Did your parents have to sign a waiver? You to watch that in high school?
No. But they did keep me from watching The Nightmare Before Christmas when I was younger.
What's
Really?
this? What's this?
It was too scary?
I think they just were like, this kid's gonna get terrified if he watches this movie.
How old were you? Like 10?
I mean,
12?
like child age.
Okay.
I saw it when I was, before 10 or something, but I remember my parents saying like, "Oh yeah, no, you can't watch that."
Okay.
And then
Yeah, I've never seen
after
it.
seeing it as a
Oh,
kid,
they
I
do
was
are?
I was like, I don't blame him. This is a spooky movie.
Fair enough. Oh boy, Kevin Herter is out there taking souls. He's crushing. Oh man, I can't believe you guys didn't listen to me about Kevin Herter.
I don't listen to you on anything, so how can this surprise you?
Well, I mean, you should start listening, or at least
Kevin
at
Herter
least pick and
Only at
choose.
6 points, by the way. He made it sound like he was destroying.
What are you talking about? No, he's destroying lives out there. He's working on a triple dub.
But he only has 6 points.
No.
Oh, now he just got 8.
Hit the refresh button, and he does other things besides score points.
Yes, he's at 8, which still means my under is alive.
But Giddy for real is working on a triple double. He's at 9, 6, and 6.
Yeah, if someone would have only bet his I did.
Well, I would.
I don't think Brady's thrown the ball more than 4 yards downfield this entire game.
No, he threw one deep down the sidelines to Evans. It was not complete, but he at least chucked one down.
Okay, I don't think he's completed a pass 3 yards past the line of scrimmage.
There's the wide receiver screen, the Godwin. There you go.
Yeah.
7-3, 12 minutes to go. Oh, we're actually we're live in our flash draft as well too. We're into the second quarter.
Ooh, this is exciting. I probably should open up chat. Hi, chat. If you have anything bad to say about Dean, go ahead and put it in chat.
Somebody said something nice about you, but I decided not to read it.
Well, I mean,
nah, just kidding.
I'm not sure you can read.
I got this. No, why? In order to realize somebody said something nice, I would have to know how to read.
Someone mentioned that Chick-fil-A marinates their chicken in pickle juice. That's fine. I don't hate pickle flavor. I hate pickles. I don't know why.
You just hate pickles? Like of all foods, that's your least favorite food?
Yes.
They are gross.
Like I don't know why I hate.
There's no reason to put it on chicken. It's absurd. Like there's a place I go to here that like will put like pickles on top of chicken tenders when they. So it's like, what are we doing?
You're talking about
Pickles?
Hattie B's?
No, well that's another one, but no.
They had like a little
sphere,
spear, like just a piece, yeah.
It's just well, I think Hattie B's only does like the one. Flying saucer, it's like you got a couple of them, or like it's a long one, I forget. But what are we doing? That's absurd.
You got 1st and goal to 10. Evans just caught like a 10-yard pass.
I need Evans to get a touchdown here.
Steve said something nice about you. Man, wish I was back in Vegas. Hit a bunch of those SAO props when I was there. Grant and Chief mostly responsible for that. So I guess yourself and Chief, he was in Vegas, and I guess he's probably in a state right now where he can't gamble legally. So you hit up the SAO and you did well, at least at a small sample size. Whenever Steve was in Vegas, you did well, Grant. So congratulations.
Yeah, I crush it. Best around. No one's gonna ever bring me down.
The best thing about you is how you stay so grounded. Your
No, I told you I'm a mix of extreme arrogance mixed with extreme insecurities. So one second it's like, yeah, I'm the greatest in the world. Next second it's like, man, I suck. I'm the worst.
Yeah.
I think that's that.
I think arrogance and insecurity is always the same thing, right? They always seem to go together.
Yeah, true that.
Yeah.
Let's get an Evans touchdown here. What yardage is Brady at?
Wait, did we not talk about this Tom Brady run with that celebration after like a 7-yard gain? Did you guys see that?
It was a 10-yard gain.
Well, he ran the ball?
He knew how many people bet on his over 0.5 rushing yards.
I considered it, but then I'm always like,
he won
the Neils.
It looked like he won the Super Bowl. That was as happy as I've seen Tom Brady in a while.
I think
he probably had avocado with some pink Himalayan sea salt on it before the game.
It sounds like a Russell Wilson kind of.
It's an oddly specific. But you want to take your victory lap or take one more shot? Mr. Unlimited is looking rough these days.
It's terrible. I mean, I keep betting on him though. That's the problem. Both the last 2 weeks, the Seahawks have been like my biggest position. And
Brady had like 20 minutes to throw there. That is, of course, an exaggeration.
Well, you're ahead of me, Grant. So no spoilers. It's 3rd and goal at the 8, and he does have a lot of time. He's just chilling. It's only a 3-man rush. That's why. And everybody's covered because only 3 guys are rushing. So they're going to kick a field goal, looks like. Suck up. Light him up, I would imagine. Yeah, here comes Suck up. Let's do it.
All right.
I got too much Suck up, so. He had forever. He had more time. It seemed even, like when he threw the ball, he was not even being pressured. Nobody's around.
He had nowhere to go.
But just nobody's open. Finally had to get rid of it. All right. There you go. Just send 3. Oh, Jalen Suggs is speaking of a big position. I ended up on DK, and he is scuffling out there. Yeesh.
Yeah,
I got nervous. It was impossible not to project him for to kind of do well, especially in terms of points. But the Drew Holiday thing kind of scares me, and then him kind of being somebody that they're like seriously relying on also had me very nervous from like a efficiency standpoint. But
they are
he wasn't that crazy.
They're getting well more than doubled up. It's 58 Milwaukee, 23 Orlando. Woof.
Are they making
Yeah.
any threes?
Say it again.
No, they're not getting threes.
They
That's
are
not great.
They're 3 for 9 from 3. Ross hit one, Wagner hit one,
Threes.
and RJ Hampton hit one.
The
He's
only
probably
people
gonna
I
hit
didn't
three.
bet they're over on 3 pops. Hooray. I'm gonna get throttled tonight in that game.
Oh boy.
I'm hitting everything
Yeah,
else, but
I
Did
think
you hit New
I had
Orleans?
props on.
what do you mean to hit New Orleans?
Like once Graham was ruled out, I thought Ingram was well positioned. I like, Valanciunas seemed like a good spot, and Hart.
I mean, the problem was Ingram's points prop was at like 21.5. Like J-Val's, all their props are pretty darn high. The only
Yeah.
prop I have in that game is Pat Bev over 17.5 points, assists, rebounds, and Pat Bev over 3.5 or assists.
Yeah, he's been pretty quiet so far, but he's getting his stocks. He's at 3 already.
Yeah.
Pacers are crushing the Bulls early. Caruso, man, is that the best off-season signing? Or maybe DeRozan, like the 1-2. I know people like knock that DeRozan thing, but the Bulls did really well to sign both those guys. DeRozan probably more of a money thing and like taking his long twos and all that, but he seems to be good so far. But Caruso,
He's been shooting a decent amount of threes this year, I feel like.
Yeah, he's changed. He's also playing some 5, which is weird. Seeing him play the 5, but that's
Well, it's because of
basketball these
Vooch.
days. Yeah, I mean, and also that's just basketball these days. But yeah, they love going small, and it works for the pieces they have. But the absence of Caruso, I mean, I don't know. I'm not one of those like X's and O's guys, and this guy clearly makes this. I have my evaluations, but I'm not the best person for that, I'm sure. But Keach, what do you think? You like Caruso as a, when we look at the Lakers, they're a disaster for many reasons, but one is that Caruso is no longer there.
No, I mean the Bull. I mean he's obviously a good player. I mean the Lakers have a slew of problems. I mean the Bulls played last night. I think I saw some tweet last night that they had come off of like a 10-game stretch against like all I think teams that are in the playoffs now are like all above 500. They've had a tough schedule on a back-to-back. They're going to have some bad games, and it's like they've been playing their regulars a ton of minutes, especially with Vooch out, and they've been like somewhat shorthanded. So we're going to have some games like this. But I do like the Bulls, and it's the Sixers fan especially very worried about them in the playoffs, which wasn't really the case last year.
Yeah. Who are you worried about most? Milwaukee, I guess, and then maybe Miami, maybe Boston.
I mean, I think Boston's the team I'm probably the least worried about, but
Yeah.
Milwaukee, Brooklyn, and still Atlanta, obviously, just did them last year, and then the Heat, obviously, and the Bulls.
Wide open.
I don't know, huh? Yeah, it is.
It's wide open. Like I forgot about Brooklyn for a second, but like of course Brooklyn, and who knows what's going to happen with Kyrie? But I mean, you never know. He can come back in some capacity. We'll see. But
yeah,
that, and I don't know how much they necessarily need him, but he would certainly boost that team.
Dean, one thing we should talk about is the Clippers. You were knocking them a lot. I think they had started well. I should probably look at and double check their actual record before I start talking about how good they're doing. But I think they've started better than we expected.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like I've been wrong so far on that.
It's almost as if Paul George is a great player.
He's good. Yeah, the rest of their team's kind of meh.
He's great.
Is he the rush hour of NBA players?
No, he has led a team with nothing around him to a 10-7 record.
Yeah, 10-7 is not spectacular, but good. For him.
It's 4th in the West, Daniel.
I understand, but 10-7 is not spectacular. It's fine.
It's
good.
4th in the West. They would be a 4 seed if the season ended today, Daniel.
And Denver's done, right? Like, forget about Denver. Like Porter's probably gone for the season. Murray might come back at some point, they're.
I don't know if you know this. Anytime you have the
no.
best player in the league, you're probably still in it.
Yeah, I mean, I love Jokic. I think he's awesome, but he's still the best fantasy player. I think it's him and Giannis are 1-1A, but I think he's great. I don't know if he's the best player. Like he's on the board, on the Family Feud board. Show me Jokic. You get a ding for sure.
Yeah,
I don't know if he's number 1. I don't know.
He's up there.
Maybe.
you can make the argument.
Yeah, in the conversation. I'm not going to say you're wrong.
Yeah, I mean that's
got
like when
the
I say
Giants
best
punting
player in
behind.
the league. Generally, I'm saying, can you make the argument? You can make the argument for Giannis. You can make the argument for Luka. You can make the argument for Paul George. Not Paul George. Sorry, Jokic. You can make the argument for Steph. You can make the argument for Durant.
Durant.
I mean,
No longer LeBron, huh? We're not arguing. I mean, he's 37 now. Right?
I don't know if he's the best player in the league. I need to see something more, but you can absolutely make the argument. He was leading the MVP voting before he went down last year, and he hasn't played much this year.
Yeah. He's one of the top 5 punchers in the league, though, right?
I mean, he really did a number on stuff. Like, I watched John Boy's breakdown of it.
Oh, I haven't seen it yet, but he does a good job usually with his breakdowns.
Yeah, no, it was beautiful. But then just seeing like Isaiah Stewart's face, I'm like, oh gosh, now I see why he was angry. He got fined $1 million.
LeBron did or Stewart did?
Stewart did.
I mean, it's a whole weird thing. They always catch the second guy and all that, and like you never really know the intent, but it certainly looked like LeBron had intent. And I love LeBron. LeBron's my guy. But it certainly looked like there was some intent there, right?
Yeah.
But he only got 1 game, and Stewart got 2. Of course, Stewart reacted how he reacted. Go ahead, Keach.
I know he got suspended. I mean, LeBron also got suspended, but yeah, I think it should have probably been even. What was LeBron's?
I don't know if it should have been even because let's be honest, Stewart tried to go after him like 3 times. Even when he went to the tunnel, he tried to get to the other door.
That's amazing, by the way. Like he's thinking like the warp zone or something.
Would you call that circling the wagons?
Nobody circles the wagons like the Bills. Say it again.
Who do you guys think wins in a fight between those two?
Ooh, I mean, probably Stewart. I don't know.
I'd go Stewart, bro.
The answer is secret answer C, Russell Westbrook. Who put, I don't know if you saw, he put his dukes up the entire time that whole thing was happening.
Yeah, and he got a technical, and he had no idea until after the game during the press conference.
He was ready for a Donnybrook, that's for sure.
Well, somebody put that picture of him like doing that right by side the Notre Dame mascot logo, and it was like the same thing, like superimpose it. It's pretty funny.
I wonder if he was just like kind of joking around. I guarantee he was joking. No one goes like this, like, yeah, I'm ready to fight. It's always a joke, like, yeah, let's go.
I'll take James Johnson over all of them, though.
Yeah.
If we're doing a draft, give me James Johnson. I think that's the 1-1, right? Pick 1-1 is James Johnson, like 5 black belts or something like that. Maybe 6.
Yeah.
Who's second? Who's the second like guy you don't want to mess with?
Boban.
Yeah, I feel like Boban is probably a little slow, but like if he gets a hold of it, you're done.
Like literally just based on the size of his hand, like there's like 20 pounds inside of his hand.
What about like Nurkic or Valanciunas? Like those 2 guys seem like they would be like
J-Val seems like he could throw down.
Yeah.
Steven Adams.
That's a
Steven
good one,
Adams, yeah, that's a very good one.
Joker. We saw Joker's ability.
Yeah.
He doesn't know, and
his brothers too,
the family. Yeah, his brothers are lurking too. They might do like a chair in the back of the head or something like that out of nowhere. Let's see what the chat. Let's ask the chat who they're throwing out Steven Adams. Stewart easy in a fight.
Ray just turned the ball over. Oh, he turned the ball over on a 2-yard pass.
Oh.
Granted, Evans dropped it.
Oh, so we're gonna get a cheap Barkley touchdown probably. I imagine.
Ooh, might be time to.
That's an interception, right?
Yes.
Not Brady's fault, but just off the shoulder pad of Mike Evans. We're gonna get the ball for the Giants on the 2-yard line or so. Anything interesting as far as the odds? I'm assuming they're swinging right now.
Plus 375. I still don't love it.
What was the line of this game going in? I'm gonna guess Tampa minus 10.
10.5.
Close.
Oh, look at that! I'm a pretty good bookmaker.
No, you aren't.
11.5 on the Giants, which was also available before kickoff.
We're gonna get a Saquon touchdown. They got to give Saquon a touchdown here, right? Let's give him a cheapie.
Yeah, welcome him
Well,
back.
they're at the 5. They're not at the 2.
It looked like they were closer than that.
Yeah, that's what I thought also.
Kevin Hart now joining the Manning cast. We had Bill Parcells for the first quarter. I think Condoleezza Rice is next.
Ooh.
Kevin Hart seems like the most interesting. I mean, Parcells, he doesn't say anything interesting, does he?
Did
they get anything out of him?
I can't listen. I don't know. I don't really know what they're saying, but Bill Parcells looks old.
Well, he's
He's
like
fairly
85
certain
now.
he is old.
Yeah, he's got to be at least 80, right? How old is Bill Parcells? I'll say he's 83. Let's set the line.
I'll go 79.
I'll take the over and 79.
I'll go over on 79 as well.
We might have middled.
I want to say
80.
82.
He
80,
just
yeah.
turned 80 a few months
80.
ago.
There it is. Yeah. All right. Nice guess.
Who got the touchdown there?
A
Wait,
person named Thomas?
a lineman?
Who's Thomas?
Andrew Thomas.
Yeah.
Fat guy touchdown? Number 78. He's not even in the pool.
Oh my God.
What
What a catch. Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning was real happy about that. He did high point that ball. That was nice.
Whenever they report, right, they have to report these guys, right?
Yeah.
Aren't you automatically suspicious? Like, oh, that guy reported? What I don't.
Yeah,
Can you just report every time?
Than you realize. I think it happens more often than you realize, probably. But
Yeah.
you would think it would raise a red flag at the 1 or 2 yard line for sure. But they might. They could also do that as kind of like a decoy type of thing too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure a lot of teams do that often.
I always
Yeah.
wondered, can I
Yeah,
report?
Otherwise.
Can I report every time? Like every down, I can say, yeah, I'm reporting. Every time. Can I report every time? That's something I can do?
Yeah. I think so.
I think only a certain amount of people can report as eligible.
Yeah, I think it's
But-
It was like the old lineman. Yeah.
By the way, Milwaukee's up 73-30.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Hampton's
Yeah.
gonna crush the second half. I bet
They don't-
Hampton
I think
double
they don't
double
have
at like
enough guys.
13-1.
Yeah, I think a lot of the starters still end up playing.
Yeah,
I mean,
I do too. I hope so.
Suggs is off the court right now for some reason.
I think he got into foul trouble. I could be wrong.
No, he's got one foul.
Well, screw you, Dean. They're
Yeah.
also
What are
scattering
there
his
now,
rotation decent amount. Yeah, I'm going to maybe lose my event. I don't know. I'm hitting all my other bets outside of Orlando.
is this your other second bad day of the month?
No, apparently those are becoming more. Well, yeah, maybe. I guess I haven't. Yeah, I haven't had. Yeah, I've had like 2 bad days this month still. This could be. I don't think this will be that bad.
If you're the Bucks,
Yeah,
can you even
I mean,
start Giannis in the second half?
Maybe, probably not though.
I mean, like he's probably gonna. We've seen Popovich do this in the past, but like you're probably gonna start him, and but there's no upside, none in playing him.
Give him that MVP.
Jordan Nwora is getting run in this game already, and he had been a DNP in it the last 2. Giannis is a plus 34 in 15 minutes.
That's amazing.
I mean, I'm guessing most people on the team, if they're up by 50,
Holiday's a plus
He's the
30
best.
in 16 minutes.
George Hill and Pat Connaughton are both plus 32 in 13 minutes.
Connaughton 32 in 12, less than 13 minutes. Wow, that's
Yeah.
Man, I figured New Orleans would put up a bigger fight against Minnesota. That's not happening in there.
I figured
not.
a college basketball team could put up more of a fight than this.
Grant, what you have going for you is probably the fact that the bench, it might arguably be performing worse than the starters have been.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, they need
don't really have
someone out there. Like I also have Ross over 10.5 points. Yeah, I just gotta hope Bamba and Carter and Suggs just start shooting threes. Just start launching them up behind the arc.
I have a Carter over 1.5 and Bomba over 1.5.
I like it. You've been
Both
following me.
180. Well, you mentioned the Carter thing. I think the last time we were on this thing, and I did look at that. A volume has ticked back down kind of, but like I had.
Well, it's been because of foul trouble. The volume while he's in the game hasn't changed.
Yeah.
There was a
I
couple,
thought
but
Milwaukee's also a good spot for
those Orlando
bigs to
projections. I was a little concerned about I moved some of them down, like as far as our Orlando projections for my own personal stuff, and I was like
shoot.
making my own lineups, and because I was
Fair.
afraid of this game, and I was like Suggs 34 minutes start, and like if he plays 34 minutes, he should get there no matter what. I moved him down, and he's still getting there, so it didn't matter, like he could give up 5 points of projection, and he's still good. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely had some issue. I mean, even just looking at them, it's like these guys feel like they're too high, but like they're, it's just you kind of needed to put the production somewhere. Yeah. So I certainly don't blame you for that.
Well, I still ended up with
Obviously,
some. I still got plenty, and I moved the numbers down, and like the projection I thought was like basically fine. Like I got it. It all made sense. And you don't necessarily.
Anthony's been like their whole offense for the most part.
Yeah.
I mean, he like creates kind of everything. So him not being there is puts a lot of new stats kind of back into the rest of the team.
And Michael asked in chat, is Cole Anthony the MVP of the league? Yeah. It's always funny to see.
MVP of the Magic for sure.
Technically, he probably is the most valuable player in the league.
Most valuable interviewer. He's fun. It's a fun interview. Have you ever heard him post game or?
Did you watch
Seems like a fun
Dinwiddie's interview yesterday?
I did not see it.
No, fantastic.
What are
He's a funny guy.
There's a lot of blowouts tonight. Jeez. Atlanta's up by 20. Boston's up by 22.
Ugh. Please keep Josh Giddey until we can get 12 points, please.
Yeah, did you bet the over on his points? Gronk had like no one within 10 yards of him on this catch.
I did, and now I'm getting a little
You're ahead
nervous
of
when
us.
I'm up one short. That was the only bet I could jam in before. I didn't get there right in time when Shea was rolled out. That was the only one I hit before they took it down.
We just went over on Gronk, I believe. That's it. That was the over on Gronk.
Oh.
Was like 30. That was like 30 yards, right?
Yeah. You finally made someone made a catch past 2 yards on the line of scrimmage.
I still got it. That defensive back that hit Gronk took by far the worst of that collision.
Oh yeah.
That looked like it hurt.
That was officially, what was it? Gronk's had 3 catches, 45 yards for the record. Let's see. We're at the 29 of the Giants. First down. Brady with another little dump off to, I think it looks like Evans to me. Yes. 2nd and 3.
There's a little traffic there. I feel like the Giants have gotten no pressure at any point. Although
no.
Worked out terribly in the red zone.
Aiden's having a pretty decent night.
Who is?
Aiden.
Yeah, I got
5 and 6 in 10 minutes.
It's not bad.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say, game started.
I'll have the over on points, rebounds, and points plus rebounds.
Jared Allen's crushing out there, 18 and 14. Garland 22 and 9. They're hanging with Brooklyn. I'm just glad Bembry I don't know, was Bembry chalky or not, because I moved off him. I just didn't think I needed it after all the Philadelphia stuff. And he's out there stinking it up. 23 minutes. But
I wouldn't have expected him to be.
I need Rubio to get 2 more points. No, Gronk just dropped the ball.
He's out there. He's closing. Markkanen's not, at least not at this point.
They were a tough team to protect last night.
I'm sure.
Yeah, Grant, I think we're going to
Plumlee got 7 points, guys. Yeah.
Who did?
Plum Dog.
Over 6.5?
Well, sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but I think we're losing this Giddey one.
He might come back.
Did he get injured?
No, I don't think he's coming back.
They might start in the 4th quarter. I don't know when he came out.
Yeah.
Well, why wouldn't he come back? They'll give him a few minutes, probably.
Yeah.
I'd expect him to sit at least the first few minutes, and then if they're still getting blown out, like
they've played him in garbage minutes before, for the record.
Yeah, they'll probably play Dort too.
They'll do it.
I don't know. Like Aaron Wiggins has been getting time, and he's going to take it from one of those two probably.
Poku's going to get some run. He's been getting some run.
Say his full name.
Pokuševski.
He has been playing.
Yeah, you did it. Proud of you, Dino.
We got a first down for Tampa Bay. It looks like it's first and goal. Is that another catch for Gronk? Or is that
throws one to Evans?
I think that was Brait. That was Brait. The 4th all-time leading touchdown catcher for Tampa, which is shocking. I can't believe that's true. I think it was 4th. So first and goal with the 5. Let's get Uncle Lenny a touchdown. Oh, that's not Uncle Lenny. That's Jones, isn't it? Jones takes the corner for a touchdown. Unbelievable. There you go. Are you behind?
Way behind. Well, actually, I'm just seeing it now. I guess I'm not way behind. I was further behind not watching the Manning cast, which is surprising. But
Hart's, well, I think Hart's you said Kevin Hart's on it. Pretty sure he's a Philly fan, just like you.
He is, yeah. He was actually at the Eagles game yesterday.
Yeah, I thought I saw something like that on Red Zone. So have you changed? A lot of the Philadelphia fans are like, Hurts, forget it. Let's start over again. I mean, I think he's doing enough to what
He is.
does he have a chance to crack like the top 7 quarterbacks in the league is like kind of the question. Is there upside there? The legs are certainly there.
Yeah. I don't know that he necessarily need to be that. Like I feel like the problem is that even if he does end up being the option, we'll have to pay him in a couple of years. And then that'll kind of like hurt the flexibility of the rest of the team. The reason we were as good as we were, well, I guess Wentz wasn't really the reason, but we were able to spend money in a ton of other places because we had a quarterback on a rookie contract. And there won't be a very big window where that's the case with Hurts, while we might be actually good. So I don't know. But yeah, he's definitely done enough where there's no way, unless like somebody they really like is there with one of their 3 first-round picks, then I'd probably give him another year.
That's the nuts, right? Like for flexibility and for contracts and all that, to have a really good quarter, like a Kyler Murray, a really good quarterback on a rookie contract, like that's the nuts.
Yep. Oh, Bane's starting off good.
I guess he's hit 2 or 3 threes. That's all he does.
No, you keep saying that. Like half his points come from non-threes. You say that every single time. Oh, all he does is hit 3. It's been incorrect for a while. It was correct for like 4 games.
He's a 3-point shooter.
He is a 3-point shooter, but that's not all he does.
Oh, he doesn't shoot threes.
Well,
OKC is making a little bit of a run. It's not officially a blowout. It's only 17 right now.
But then that's a game. Yeah. Spread was 13.5 where it closed, I think. So something.
Yeah. What else is interesting? Oh, Houston down 22 to Boston. I don't think anybody in Boston's going to get there. Wood is crashing hard. Sengun might get there, but he's way behind. Oof. Houston's just a disaster. What a mess that team is.
Yeah, Dean, less than half his points come from threes.
Yeah, whatever, man. Close enough.
No,
he's a
no,
shooter.
that's not even close to all he does is 3. Joe Harris, all he does is 3.
Okay, yes, Joe Harris is more of a like an exclusive 3-point shooter. Correct.
Yes, that's not the case with Bane.
Well, he's
a family member.
I know. I'm not even saying it as a slander. It's just like
I know, but it's just factually very incorrect.
If he does not hit his threes, he's not going to pay off his salary. Is that not correct?
You can say that about a lot of players.
Rudy Gobert?
No, I didn't say every player. I said a lot of players.
I found the one that I can say it about.
You found one player you can say it about.
Bam Adebayo?
You can find several. You can find most like DeAndre Jordan, Dwight Howard.
Wait. Give me the scenario where DeAndre Jordan is hitting value. DeAndre Jordan. What year is this conversation taking place in?
He's probably not hitting it much this year. Man.
DeAndre Jordan. What about Ben Wallace?
Ben Simmons is something you could have said. You could have said Giannis.
Giannis can hit threes, but yeah.
You could have said Drummond.
You're finding all, yeah. So maybe you're
no. I wasn't saying all. I never once said all. I never said anything close to. I said you can say that about a lot of players. Steph Curry, Klay Thompson,
on exactly the same amount on a basketball court this year. So Ben Wallace and Ben Simmons are essentially the same person at this point.
Buddy, the chat says Wood is trash. I'm sorry. Is Wood trash?
No.
He's one of those weird players, kind of a late bloomer, and I think there was some sort of issue. I don't recall. There's some sort of issue as why he tumbled in the draft or wasn't drafted or wasn't as popular as he should be. I feel like he had some issues with teams. You probably know this better than me, Keach. What's the deal with Wood? Detroit threw him away.
Philly threw him away. The Sixers had him during the process.
Multiple teams did, right?
So
yeah.
That's how I did like him at that point too. Although I liked every young player that we had that could help us lose. But no, I think he's okay. I mean, he's not. Honestly, he's on an incredibly shitty team. But statistically, yeah, when he's out there playing big minutes, he's usually awesome. But when they're losing by 30 points, yeah, he's gonna have bad nights.
By the way, Daniel, 6 points from Bane, non-threes, and only 3 from threes.
All right, you know what, Grant, you're right.
There we go. That's what I was shooting for. We're good now.
If we could just stop talking about Bane.
Yeah. My problem
I will concede. I was wrong.
Well, yes, that's all you have to say. That generally ends conversations.
Does that work? Because I'm going to start doing that more often.
You probably should. I've been telling you to say that.
Weird play here. Tony threw the ball to Slayton, and the dude was tackled, so it was like a 50-yard. That's the old Carson Wentz, right? That's how you get yourself a.
Wait, was that not a penalty?
Wait, they didn't call it?
A minute and 20 to the next flash draft if we want to hop.
Oh, Devo wants to do a flash draft.
Got to get that third quarter in.
What did we play?
Yeah,
Little dump off to who's that? Tony out there? Oh, nice little moves there. All right. Devin for the chat, if they're here for the first time, what is a flash draft? What are you talking about this flash draft?
It's a in-game contest for 1 quarter of the football game. You get 5 different tiers. Choose a player from each of those tiers. I think you get 3 choices. Some choices have multipliers. They can show up again in later tiers, so you can kind of, what am I thinking? Correlate your picks a little bit. Pick game script. I feel like the most success I have on these is when I decide a player that I'm going to fade throughout all of them. Just decide.
Yeah.
I'm not going to play Chris Godwin in any of these. Only Evans.
The Giants get the ball for. Oh, well, he's going to get crushed. The Giants get the ball.
Suck it.
Yes.
Bridges already hit.
But, yeah,
10
what did I say about Bridges? I said nothing about Bridges.
No. You said Will was talking about like my lock is Bridges over 1.5 assists, and you're like, don't.
Well, I thought the strategy was kind of silly. I don't know. Do I sound like that? I apologize to anybody listening to me if I sound anywhere near that. I took Graham Gano because nobody's going to take Graham Gano.
I took Barkley.
26% took Graham Gano.
Relatively speaking, there's only 3 options. Gronk Smash. Everybody's going to take Gronk Smash, but I'm already on a different path.
No, everyone's taking Galladay.
Galladay versus Gronk versus. People are taking Galladay? No, Gronk's in
I've been in your ear too much, Dean.
It's going to be Gronk. People love you. Nice job, Grant. This is why you're not an ownership projection. I had 3x there.
Double down on Barkley.
Oh, I didn't get it first. So here, I'm going to take your strategy, Devin. I'm not going to take Barkley because everybody else is doubling down. I'm going to take Evans instead of Tony.
I took Tony.
I took Tony as well. I switched the last second.
You're just waiting for me to tell you who I'm going to. Oh, D. Jones and Tony. I've got double Tony.
Oh,
double D. Jones.
First down for the Giants. Fournette, 1.5. Yeah, I'm gonna take that too. I'm with you. Did they call that a first down? They call that a catch? I'm watching the back end of it. I think it was a catch, right? It's all clean. Oh no, he dropped it when he was moving out of bounds. Come on. Are we gonna review this? Oh, they're gonna review it. Oh, Josh Hart is doing things according to the chat. We ended up with some of him.
Was Suck Up in one of the earlier tiers on this one?
I don't know. I didn't get him. I don't think so.
I don't think he was.
Wait, I missed a pick? Oh, geez, I forgot. I walked off at the. Unbelievable! I had the nuts.
Dean, I told everyone 5 tiers. Yeah. You choose 5 times.
Classic Daniel.
Well, you guys lucked out because. Yeah, that's a bummer.
Because now we're gonna win.
I'm going to win.
Was that a Mario or Luigi?
It's me, Mario.
Oh gosh.
No, Dean, that was Street Fighter.
Hadouken.
I thought that was before your time, Devin. Is that not before your time?
It tilts me to no end when you do like boomer nerd takes, where you're just like, "Is that from Star Wars or Star Trek?"
What was the one that drove you nuts the other day? Oh, the My Precious. And I said, "What is that, Harry Potter?"
Man.
And like you were so mad,
Oh.
and you like jumped in my ear, and you're like, "Lord of the Rings," and like you made like a face too, I'm sure.
Oh, jeez,
dude, I've never seen either one of those.
Yeah, which is
any in the series.
Just ridiculous.
Why is it ridiculous? Okay. It says the person who's never seen Goodfellas, Godfather, or Casino.
I've seen Goodfellas. I haven't seen Godfather.
Okay.
I'm a millennial with a short attention span.
You broke my heart, Fredo.
Yeah,
I think
Godfather.
it's pronounced Frodo.
You got to change. No, that's a
and
different
we
movie.
made a full circle.
Godfather's like 9 hours long, like the three of them or something like that. It's you got to really get comfortable.
I did a
watch
marathon
them all the same
weekend
day.
with some buddies of mine. That was our Saturday one day in high school.
Yeah. Knocked out all three Godfathers. Oh, they were. Well, did they call it a catch in the field? They did, right? So it's got to be indisputable evidence it wasn't a catch.
Dang, 11 points now. Only 1 3-pointer.
Oh my God. It's crazy to think that Bane can shoot threes. It's insanity.
He's not shooting threes.
Imagine, that's what I'm saying. Imagine being the dope that thinks that guy does.
Yeah, you dope.
See,
Didn't your parents tell you to stay off the dope?
Nancy Reagan told me to. Whatever Nancy Reagan tells me to do, and that's a reference for it's before your time.
Didn't she start the DARE program?
I believe so. I don't know. She just said just.
Didn't she run the entire country for a short period of time as Reagan slipped into senility?
What? What website?
He went senile. And Nancy Reagan was essentially running the country for like 2 years.
I don't know if that's the
that was before Dean's time.
That was before my time.
Yeah, the amount of confidence you said that with, I still don't believe you, but it made me kind of want to believe you. There's really no hesitancy at all in that statement.
By the way, Valanciunas got his fourth foul. They're down 21, less than 2 minutes into the fourth quarter. And are they going to hook him or no? Come on. Hernan Gomez crushed in the first half, I presume, because Valanciunas got in the foul trouble. But, like, you're just going to foul him out anyway.
Nancy Reagan was a force inside the White House.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, she was doing work. And here it says Street Fighter when Nancy Reagan ran the White House.
Grant, who's your favorite first lady?
I mean, it's probably got to be Michelle.
Yeah, she's toward the top of my list, I think.
What's my least favorite first lady?
The next one you can name.
No, really? Bush? Nancy Reagan?
You nailed the last name.
I don't know, that Mrs. Taft.
Hillary Clinton?
Barbara Bush, right?
Yeah.
Barbara Bush is a person?
Never mind. I'm not going to say it. It wasn't her fault.
You're restraining yourself, Grant?
Yeah.
Dean, I got a Barbara Bush tattoo on Saturday, this past Saturday. It's kind of weird we're bringing this up right now.
You got to be kidding me. You can't be serious.
Left shoulder?
Left leg.
Gosh, I got left shoulder.
Mike Evans just caught like a 30-yard pass streaking on the side.
I'll check yours out next time.
Wait, are you being serious? You have a Barbara Bush tattoo? What's the backstory if this is true?
There was a stray cat that lived in Bush right outside my apartment for like 2 years. We named her Barbara because she lived in Bush, and I just got a memorial tattoo of her on Saturday. So I am being serious.
You're saying this with the same confidence that Grant said his nonsense a few minutes ago, but I believe you more, though.
Yeah.
Which one of you brought up?
Can you show it to us?
I can't get it up to the actually, no, I can't get it that high. There's a bandage.
Wait, is it taking up the whole leg, or there's a whole bunch?
It's a family show, Keach.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Devin, you know I've shaved my entire body on this show before.
So wait.
Can we examine the rest of the leg? What else is on there?
I was just gonna say, did Grant bring up Barbara Bush? Because that's insane. Yeah, because that's an insane overlapping.
It is. Yeah.
I never would have guessed.
I didn't think Vice President, female, or first ladies would be a topic tonight. But
I did not either. That was not on my on the Family Feud board at all. How many tattoos do you have, by the way? Give or take.
I don't know, like 16 or 17 or something.
You got that Pete Davidson going for you. That Pete Davidson thing, right? Is that what you're working on?
I'm nowhere near that level yet. I don't think.
Okay.
I gotta have a lot more than that. Yeah. He looks like he's got a lot more.
I have no tattoos.
I would have guessed that.
I would have guessed you had like 1 or 2.
So
Of what?
I hate wearing jewelry. So I think I've convinced my fiance, I hate saying that word,
And you sound
my
so
future
pretentious
wife,
saying that.
into just having my only tattoo be a wedding ring tattoo.
That's not bad.
Right?
Way cheaper.
Do you not? So you don't want to wear a ring? You just want to wear a tattoo of it? Yeah. Okay.
Yes, because I know I'm going to lose my ring. It will
I
happen.
don't hate that. I don't hate
Right?
that. Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
a Devin
I mean,
question.
you can't lose that one. And then,
Devin,
like,
how many
would you
tattoos
get
do you have?
I have 3 right now.
Right now, like, you have one scheduled.
I've always got more scheduled. I'm sure you could ask Keach as well. I'm sure he's got several planned. When
Are they like addicting? Like once you get one, you start planning out for more. Is
you
the
get
concept?
one and you want to get another immediately.
Do you
Actually,
want to share what one or two of them happen to be?
yeah, I got my initials I shared with my grandfather who passed away some years ago, and I got a tattoo of our initials in his handwriting. Actually,
You share the same initials as me too. I like to feel like I'm a part of that also.
I had no idea. Actually, that's hilarious.
Yeah, but he's got a way classier name than
Wait, middle
Daniel
initial too?
Shavelson.
Is it middle initial also?
God,
L.
yeah.
Ah, never mind. I'll just leave it to you and your grandpa.
There you go.
Wait, is it lanolin? Is it lanolin like
Leonard.
sheep's wool?
That's so close. So
Lenny?
close. No, Lee.
Ah.
I'm from
L-E-E or
Alabama.
E-I-G-H?
Of course, it's Lee. L-E-E.
Oh, it's EIGH. It's Alabama.
No, it's L-E-E.
Oh, I had it wrong. Yeah, never mind. Continue.
Samsonite.
What else do you? It's way off.
Samsonite. How'd you know that, Devin? That was before your time.
I was gonna say it, but I felt like we kept going there. Or I kept going there. I'm like, we already
bury
smashed
it.
the over.
Yeah.
Yeah, you might get booted. Oh, Dean's internet must have gone out.
Brady with another completion to.
Giddy's back in the game.
There he is.
Who's back in the game?
Giddy?
Reverse jinx coming through. We just need to get. I just need or even a free throw would be fine.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
wrap it up. What you need? 12 points. 11.5 is the over.
Yep. And then I also need over 14.5 for the torture chamber.
He's still in there too.
Mhm.
Down 18.
He's been in there. Oh, I need over 15.5 for the torture
And
chamber.
Giddy just checked in at 5:18, so
Yeah.
he's sticking around at least a couple minutes. Giannis did
Oh,
well in
man.
the second half.
Ayton might hit his over in the first half. Oh, he almost hit his over in the first half. 14-9. And 2. He got 2 assists. Oh gosh, yeah. This
There
is
you
what,
go, Keach. Congratulations, you got it.
Korkmaz
What?
is starting. Hit the
Yeah.
over on Korkmaz.
Giddy.
Let's see what's that.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Giddy is
The
scored.
free throw or fuck it.
He missed a shot and then he took another shot and he made it. I don't know if he got the rebound or not, but he's at 13, 6, and 7.
Yeah, he's I feel like he's Michael Carter Williams light this year for them.
He's playing the tank role for him.
Yeah, I mean just like the stats, like usually like in the 10 to 15 points range, and then like 6,
What
7
do you-
assists.
hey, Keach, what do you think about Korkmaz over 16.5 points?
Mm.
It sounds
That
about
seems-
right to me.
Yeah, it seems like it might even be a little high. I was
He's kind of like
hoping.
Desmond
Yeah.
Bain. He scores just mostly on threes.
Yeah.
Gore can, his game has developed this year. A little bit more of a creator, can handle a little bit more of the pick and roll stuff. So he's not all threes, Dean. All right, don't stop telling all these people they're just all
I
about
was
3
just
points.
I was just taunting Grant basically. I mean, that dude, he was a pro at 16. Like he's a pro. You know, he's
Yeah.
got skills. In like Turkey or something. I don't know where he was playing. Somewhere in Europe.
Turkey.
And Dean, Desmond Bain is a good 3-point shooter. I just want to
Thank you.
support you a little bit on that.
I didn't say he was
He can do
bad.
other things. That's right, but he's a good.
You are more insulting his ability to do other things.
Oh, Kevin Herter just he's a good 3-point shooter. Kevin Herter, Red Velvet, just banged one.
Oh, so he just hit a 3.
He's a
dang
good
it.
3-point shooter.
That just cost me a G.
Oh, you've been under Kevin Herter? Sorry.
Yeah, we talked about this multiple times.
I tried to convince you otherwise. You should listen to me sometimes.
Oh, after I'd already bet it?
Tell the company my bad. Like, just have it.
I don't think you know how betting works. You're new to this.
I clicked the wrong button. These things happen sometimes.
This is
Oh, and
hard.
Marcus Aldridge, 21 and 11 tonight, of course. In 34 minutes off the bench. Huh. Oh,
Well,
Blake
he
only-
started the second half for
oh, did Blake get hurt?
Griffin.
He only played 9 minutes. He must have got hurt. I'm guessing he got hurt or ejected or something.
oh no.
I
think-
wasn't really following
How
that
many
game.
minutes did he play?
Blake played 9 minutes and LMA played 34. So something happened there.
Yeah,
And-
I don't know. I wasn't not following.
Torture Chamber just hit a 3, by the way. He's at
15. He needs one more.
as far as the football
I
game.
think the
We have somebody getting loose here. Is that going to be a touchdown? We have a flag. We do have a. They're saying he's down, but he may
It's
have gotten in.
holding on the Bucks. It doesn't matter.
Oh, that was Godwin who would have got his second. Oof.
Man, Jaren Jackson's doing nothing.
They have really screwed him up in Memphis. I think he's got to get out of there. And I'm sure Keats does. You know, they play too many guys, and nobody gets enough minutes in that team. It's an annoying team, is it not, Keats?
They're annoying, yeah, for fantasy purposes, yeah. I mean, I don't mind what they do in terms of like kind of spreading it out a little bit, but yeah, it's just kind of a weird spot for Jackson. He's also probably shooting too many threes. I don't know. Maybe he needs to shoot more threes. I don't know. But yeah, it's a weird, like Steven Adams thing is kind of weird.
Yeah.
It didn't really work that great with Valanciunas last year, but at least Valanciunas is a little bit different of like a post presence than Adams is. Adams like can't really do anything offensively. So yeah, I don't know. He's been weird.
Third and
weird this
20
entire
for
time in the
Tampa.
game,
Ooh, I thought we were going to get a chance for a potential field goal, but Tampa's going to kick here. And will the Giants try and make something happen? They're just going to kind of sit on it. I guess depends where they get the ball. If they get the 20, maybe they'll try. Inside the 10, it might just take a knee down 20, 17, 10 into the half.
Yeah, seems like a Joe Judge thing to do.
Yeah. They do have a couple timeouts. Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see where they end up.
Indiana is still crushing Chicago. Orlando is so
I'm
sad.
heartbroken.
94. There's Milwaukee's still doubling them up halfway through the third. 94,
Yeah,
45. That's hard to do.
it's bad.
Suggs is in foul trouble. I don't know how much that matters. He's on the bench with 4 fouls. Hampton's gonna crush, I think, the fourth quarter. And Mulder's
Grant, help me out here. I'm searching through Uber Eats. I'm really hungry. I
Eddie's.
found a place that I wanted to get, and now I cannot find it, and it's driving me nuts. It was some kind of chicken.
Did you search chicken on Uber Eats?
For whatever reason, let me try this again.
isn't like foul, party foul? Isn't that one of your favorites?
Party foul is good. I have an issue with still doing this. Every time I try to search anything in my Uber Eats app, it just returns, it says 80 results, and then it just shows me nothing. And that has been happening for a while. I probably need to update this app, honestly.
Yeah, that might be right.
Giants ball at the 10 with 43 seconds and 2 timeouts. This smells like a draw or like a screen pass. And if it doesn't work, they just take a knee and hit the showers. Well, not the showers. They don't shower between the game. That'd be kind of weird. They have some orange slices. How about that?
Orange slices are delicious. You know who currently has the most points for the Magic?
Carter?
Mulder.
Yeah. Mulder's, it's funny. I mentioned those, like, and I didn't get there because just the Philly stuff opened stuff up, but it's like he's one of those rare guys that starts that has a legit chance to close as well if it gets super ugly. And that's probably what's going to happen. I think he closes.
Yeah.
He's only
not
got
very
2
good.
threes there.
Oh.
And Dort's out of the game. 1 point away from covering.
He was another one.
Not going to be a good net for your boy.
I wanted to hit him at 15.5. I remember that was the line Cheyenne rolled out, and that wouldn't have got there either.
Yeah, that's
5
what I
to
hit him at.
16. Yeah. Well, I think you put yourself in a good spot.
Yeah, I know it was a good. I mean, it moved to 17.5, so I knew it was a good bet.
Yeah.
Did Gafford get in foul trouble? Or I saw, Montrez in 26 and Montrez 24 and 18. Nothing else, but still really good. Gafford had 5 fouls. I don't know when he got them, but whenever Gafford, he's quick to get into foul trouble, man. That opens the
be.
door for Harrell. Minnesota
They've been,
crushing
like,
New Orleans.
Yeah, that game's blowout. Memphis keeping it tight so far. Indiana just plowing the Bulls.
Alex Caruso, man, MVP.
Yeah.
Lonzo, I think,
Lonzo assists
scored.
over. Bulls have 9 team assists. That's bad.
That seems bad.
I had Alonzo over 4.5. It's unfortunate. Cool. Bruce Chris
Giants
Jake.
coming out pretending like they're going to do something, but here we go. We got a completion. Let's go. And then a fumble. Yeah, we got a completion and a fumble at the 40, and then they fumbled it again, and Tampa's got the ball at their the Giants 30. So, wait, was that the last?
Yeah, it was
That was
last
halftime?
play.
What happened to the time? What did I miss? Did I miss a play before that?
You missed the time. You missed paying attention to.
They had the ball at like
time.
40 seconds. They must have ran a play before that, and I just flat out missed it. I turned away for a
Yeah,
second.
I think so.
Okay.
I didn't catch it either. But yeah, there's
My
only
bad.
8 seconds left.
My bad. Yeah, Aiton's at 14 and 9 at the half.
Oh,
Those are the
gosh.
2 fastest teams. They're top 5, top 6 as far as speed this year, as far as pace. Phoenix and the Spurs.
I don't know if I realized that about the Suns.
Yeah, I was surprised too when I was looking at it today. You'd think they play a little bit slower.
Update Uber Eats. There we go. Update.
Bain already had the over on his points.
They're not going to put Giannis back in, I don't think. He's at 12, 8, and 9. No triple dub.
No.
Not that anything can be salvaged at this point anyway. He just came out. That's a bummer.
If they put Giannis back in the game, they should investigate like Mike Budenholzer for some sort of like prop betting on Giannis. That would be research.
There's no way, no reason to put him back in. Selfishly, I'd like to see it happen, but there's no reason to do it. What's the line at the half? What do you guys have as far as 17-10 here, Tampa 27 as far as the total? What's popping
I
up
think
for
it's
you, Grant?
550.
Giants get the ball the second half, right? That's not
Maybe.
terrible.
Yeah.
If they can go out there and score, you
I
can.
wouldn't
win.
mind buying in on. Yeah, I
don't
wouldn't mind
hate
buying in on
550.
their money line at this.
575 on BetMGM.
575 on
terrible.
BetMGM.
See what I have on my Hard Rock app in the state of Florida. I got 550. It's not brutal. If they score, let's Grant, put your brain to the test here. If the Giants score a touchdown, first drive, what does it move to?
The line will drop down to around Bucks plus or minus
minus.
440 would be my guess.
Okay.
I was gonna. My guess would be the Giants would move to like plus 240 or something if they were to go down and score a touchdown.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're close.
I mean, yeah, I still like that bet at 550.
575, yeah.
Yeah.
What did I bet on Prize Picks? I know I had Gronk over, so that's got it. But I think I have. Oh, Daniel Jones over 17.5 rushing yards. That can happen, right? He's at 10 so far. And Fournette over 59.5 rushing yards. He's at 29. I feel like Fournette hasn't ran the ball this game. Has he not been fed? I feel like he has not been getting the ball a ton. Maybe I missed it. Yeah, 6 carries. What's that? And 5 for Jones. Is Fournette healthy? I think he's fine, right? Like nothing happened in this game?
Yeah.
That's weird distribution. Godwin and Evans each have a carry too. 6 and 5. And Bernard, does he have a catch? Has he been on the field? No catches. I don't know if he's been on the field. I presume he's been on there a couple times, but not sure. All right.
Did you know what a girl wants? What a girl needs?
What is that? I don't know.
Whatever makes her happy sets you free.
I mean, it'd be easier if somebody can just sing it to me as opposed to just tell me, because I tend to digest information better when it's
I don't
sung to
think I can for copyright reasons.
And somebody specifically, like, I don't know, like a celebrity, maybe not necessarily her, but
Mick Jagger?
I was thinking more like a Christina Aguilera type.
Nah, Mick Jagger would probably sing it better.
You think so?
Yeah.
All right. You think he's
Am I wrong?
I don't know. I mean, probably not. I feel like Christina would have a better grasp Maybe not. I mean, Mick's gotten around too. So
Yeah, he knows what a girl wants and what a girl needs.
yes, yes. All right, man. I ended up way too many Pelicans, I think, which seems to happen more times than it should this season.
Yeah, you stop doing that.
Yeah, I had too much Ingram. I had too much Valanciunas.
I have a discussion topic for the halftime here.
Oh, go ahead.
Go on.
Have either of you guys seen the Meta commercial, the new Facebook
No.
Meta commercial?
Nope.
It's weird.
Wow, are you surprised by that?
No, it's definitely par for the course. Having not played at that golf course, but it's interesting. It's kind of haunting. It's got like a weird like almost like a children's fairy like we're watching a children's fairy tale where they're getting like hypnotized and whisked away into some sort of nightmare. But
Like the Nightmare Before Christmas? Oh, wait, you've never seen that.
Your parents also not allow you to be on Facebook? Is that why you've never played that course?
Oh, man. Before my time.
Hey, I'm more of a MySpace guy. Didn't Justin Timberlake buy a bunch of shares of that? Doesn't he still own it? Or did he sell it? Didn't Justin Timberlake at one point own MySpace? I thought that was a thing. Anybody?
Either that or Napster, right?
No, I'm pretty sure maybe both. The package deal. It's like if you really want Napster, you got to take this MySpace. So we're gonna throw it in for you. And it's like you're trying to make NBA deals work. You got to kind of the salaries. So both sides, you throw them in the garbage.
Keach, have you seen this new Meta commercial? The new Facebook commercial?
No.
No. Neither of these guys.
I know what it is, but I haven't seen the commercial for it.
It's just weird. It's these kids in a museum and they're looking at a painting, and then suddenly the painting starts kind of like moving, like dancing a little bit, and it's just eerie, the whole thing.
Yeah, it's a little odd.
You think that Zuckerberg's up to something?
I think he's trying to make it seem fun to get brainwashed or something.
I mean, isn't that been his MO for his life?
No arguments here.
We gotta redo that movie, right? The Winklevoss twins were like, they were not the how would they portrayed as the
Bad guys.
Yeah.
Antagonists.
There you go, antagonist and protagonist. We got to flip that, right? I suppose. Well, but
I don't think they were portrayed as the antagonist in that. Like everyone knew Zuckerberg was a complete a-hole.
He's just a weird guy. I would love to see him and Russell Wilson just lock them in a room and just to watch what they would talk about. It would be so interesting. They're both so weird, but successful and like kind of socially like I don't know. They just seem like they have trouble.
I mean, I would say that Zuckerberg's a little more socially inept than.
Oh yeah, that's a low bar though.
Yeah, it very much is.
Devin, is there a specific reason why you're Facebook dark? I also like I don't have one either. I have like a one. It's not worth getting into, but I have one so I can log in for one specific thing that whatever. It's not nothing interesting, but not to stalk anyone. There's a trivia group I used to be a part of, or used to part. It's not worth getting into. It's nothing interesting.
It's the only way to get a discount at this favorite restaurant. I having unplugged from Facebook a long time ago and see like its effect on people, like the way that it like I see it along the same lines as Steve Jobs whenever he had that quote that he never let his kids play with iPhones. It's just one of those things where it's like I think they're aware of how intense, detrimental, and just damaging this technology is to society, but so I don't really want to plug into that matrix.
Yeah, fair enough.
Metaverse.
Media Group and Justin Timberlake jointly purchased the company MySpace for approximately $35 million in 2011. I don't know what they did with it.
I think it's mostly used for like artists and stuff now.
Well, that's what it originally was. Dane Cook. That's kind of like he was kind of the first celebrity type, or he turned himself into this great marketer. That's kind of now what Facebook is. Well, not exactly, but I think people are using that for that as well.
Did
Twitter.
You say Dane Cook?
Yeah, you're aware. Was he ahead of your time?
No, I wasn't sure if you were getting him mixed up with Ryan Reynolds, because I know Ryan Reynolds has been doing a whole lot of business stuff.
Oh, it's funny. I thought you were making a joke that they're kind of the same guy. I don't know what's going on, but No, like Dane Cook was like he was the first person to kind of like I think he was like the first person. Tila Tequila, you remember her? Like she was like she's sort of like
I remember.
I don't know if she was
Tequila.
before like not before. I don't know if she was before like the whole Paris Hilton Kardashian thing. I think she was.
Do you remember Gene?
Yeah, it was like MTV, right?
That was I think she had a VH1 reality show, but I think she got famous out of MySpace.
Do you remember the Gene Simmons Family Jewels?
I'm aware of it. Yes, it's a clever title if you really think about it, Devin, because it's not necessarily just about jewelry, you know. And if you think about Gene Simmons and what he's boasted about over the years, it's clever.
I mean, you're blowing my mind here, Dean. It's just
Devin.
Yeah.
Is it true there's only one Applebee's in Tennessee?
What?
You know that?
I did not know this.
One too many.
I don't.
I think so. I think it delivers to me.
It's been a while since I was trying to hunt down an Oreo shake, but
yeah, I heard.
Does Applebee's have great Oreo shakes? Do I need to add that?
Is that their go-to?
I'm pretty sure it's like a thing they do. Where is it, Keach?
Let's see.
I feel like it's got to be like near Nashville, right?
So MySpace still exists
Gotta be
if you log in there.
Yeah, no, my buddy, he's been off MySpace for years, and he's got hacked. And I'm like, hey, buddy, unless you're trying to give me and my mom weight loss tips, my Facebook got hacked. He's like, great, I deleted that, or I shut down that 5 years ago.
And your buddy's not subtle at all.
Hey, Devin, it's Thompson Lane. Yeah.
It's a little more south than I would have thought.
Really picture what that is.
Did you know Dane Cook lost all his money because his brother stole it?
Oh no!
Yeah.
He sent his brother to prison. Yeah, it's wild if you really delve into it. Like his brother was like his money manager or something like that, and he stole millions of dollars from him, and he essentially had to put his brother in jail.
Yeah, I listened to a podcast about that. I remember a couple of years ago.
Yes, I listened to him on a podcast recently as well too, and I can't remember who the host was, but maybe Theo Vaughn possibly. It was interesting.
I did listen to some Theo. I went and saw his Netflix special here in Nashville, which was awesome.
You were in the crowd for the Netflix special?
Yeah.
Oh.
But I went to the late show. I think he did 2 shows that night, so I'm sure they used some of both.
Yeah, like it wasn't like Blender who Blender says he watches something and I watched it on TV. You were actually live and in person for it.
Yeah, I saw that live. Oh, you saw that in person? No, I saw it while it was happening.
Yeah, I watched the moon landing.
You were on the moon? No.
It's just a YouTube,
I was in the studio
video
where they filmed it.
So what you're telling me is the Cooks had themselves a little Gallagher situation.
What?
Dane Cook's brother.
Oh, what? Noah and Liam stole money from each other? I don't know. Oh,
no,
the Gallagher 1 and Gallagher 2. I thought you were thinking of. Yeah, well, a little bit different because Gallagher 2 just pretended to be he passed himself off as the original Gallagher. So Gallagher on October 17th will be in both Dubuque and Raleigh. It's like, well, wait a second, how could he be in 2 places at once? It's just his brother stealing his act, calling himself
I think it's
Gallagher.
more time travel and cloning.
Well, that's not his act. No, his act is water.
It's time travel and cloning.
His act is not.
By the way, Desmond Bain, 15 points, only 1 3-pointer.
Man, you shut me up.
Scoreboard.
Yeah.
Literally.
I need 2 more points from Aiton.
You'll get it.
I hope so.
Yeah, why wouldn't he put up 2 more points?
Because I'm cursed tonight to lose money.
No, curses aren't real.
Tell that to the Chargers.
They ended up winning last night. What are you talking about? They're cursed not to cover the spread.
Yeah, because it's only when I watch it.
Oh,
science, Dean. Learn science.
So many nuances to curses. We'll never
really? You didn't think there was nuances to curses?
You keep adding caveats that whenever it doesn't work out,
I believe it's pronounced caviar.
You keep adding caviar.
Fish egg.
Yeah, every time the loophole's been exploited, and you're obviously your theory's been debunked. It's like, oh wait, no wait, you didn't know this. You keep moving the metaphorical goalposts, if you will.
Yeah. How did I do in my flash draft?
Well, that's you basically saying, yeah, busted, and let's move on.
No, I get distracted easily because you're not worth listening to.
Yeah, fair enough. Understood.
Just going for the knees.
Start of the second half.
I believe it's pronounced knees. I did not do well in our flash draft.
Oh, I meant to bet the Giants. No, they're plus 600 now. What did they do? How was it? What happened?
I mean, more people bet the Tampa Bay.
I see 625 on MGM.
I'll take a little bit. Just a
Ooh.
pinch at plus 600. Why not?
Look at you, you degenerate.
I know. Well, I mean, I'm you know, I am at your. I learned from the school of Grant.
This is where you say it takes one to know one.
Yeah. If I was Pee Wee Herman, that's what I would have said. You don't know who that is, Devin. You know why?
Huh?
Yeah.
I can't do
Of course,
a good
I know
Pee-wee
who
Herman
Pee Wee
voice.
is.
When you think of Pee Wee Herman, what's the first thing you think of, Devin?
Movie theater.
What's the like dinosaur park from the movie?
Totally different answer.
Yeah, drastically different answer.
Grant gave the chalk answer.
Yeah, you know, I'm jacking in the movie theater.
Oh. Devin, your brother worked in a movie theater, did
I
he
was
not?
gonna
I feel
say, yeah. It's,
Did he ever see Pee Wee Herman in there
he
and then
did.
have to clean the floors?
I don't think it was Pee Wee Herman himself, no. But
But somebody from the school of Pee Wee Herman.
But it was We Are Marshall, that's for sure.
Matthew
What?
McConaughey. It was during We Are Marshall.
Mhm.
Somebody had to think for Matthew McConaughey.
Who can blame him?
Oh my gosh. By the way, Minnesota did not put Valanciunas back in the game. They're down 20. And what
He's
is
out.
going on? Is he hurt?
Yeah.
No, they took him out for he got his fourth foul and he got removed.
Yeah, I
Now
think he
he's-
also got hurt.
As he was walking off the court on his fourth foul?
He was probably already hurt.
I mean, those
They
fouls
officially
can
said
be a detriment to your emotional
I could be
state.
wrong.
You've got to be kidding me.
I might be wrong. No,
Yeah.
Marcus Smart heading to yeah. Oh wait.
Okay, so
They
Valanciunas
said Jones
starts second half.
Valanciunas knee questionable return. Then he came back and started the second half.
And then now they're not going to bring him back, and that's that.
I don't know. I don't coach the team.
Ugh, maybe you should.
Make the call, Grant.
I'll try.
Pick up the big red phone.
Oh gosh, I need one or two more points assists / rebounds from Pat Bev, and they're not putting him back in the game, but they have everyone else in.
Hmm.
They do that sometimes when they don't need the Well, I guess they kind of do need the defense right now. He'll probably come
Yeah.
back.
Hey, Devin, the tight end just did something.
Yay!
Kyle
Kyle
Rudolph. is calling for an air
Rudolph.
pass.
Well,
I mean,
I have him
not
in
not
some
only is it tight
lineups.
end, but it's almost Christmas time too. Like all the narratives you want to talk
Double
about.
narrative.
Have you guys
He got
seen?
hurt on the play.
Have you guys? And he got hurt too. Have you guys seen the slate for Thanksgiving? It looks like it's going to be brutal. Looks terrible.
I haven't. No.
What do you mean?
I might actually
Is that
take
like-
Thanksgiving off from DFS.
Really?
That's how bad it is.
Oh. I mean, I'm going to be gambling a lot on Thanksgiving. I'm excited for it, but I don't think the games are that bad. We have something, Tech Cowboys, the Bills, right? There's some
Oh, did you see the Yahoo thing?
the way you say
Oh
it,
yeah,
it was-
I think there's a great deal over there. Actually, I took a peek at it.
Well, you can only put $1 in. It's genius by them. They're marketing 900,000 in overlay, but that they need 100,000 people to enter. 100,000
Yes.
people are not going to enter.
I was staring at that too, trying to figure out like what is going on here. But yeah, that's under the assumption that they find 900,000 people to enter it. But you can't lose, right? And they're
Yeah.
willing to give away if you find 900,000 friends to enter. But
Let's
yeah,
build a
it's-
lineup right now.
This is how bad this game is. So it's Bears, Lions, and Tim Boyle is probably your quarterback, and Andy Dalton's going to be the quarterback for the Bears. So Keats, that's the first game. Are you excited about Andy Dalton in the year 2021, the Red Rifle, Red Rocket?
yeah,
versus
I'm
Tim
going to have
Boyle.
money on him.
Well, yeah, sure.
Games tend to kind of all, I don't notice a lot of differences when I have money on games. If I bet on Tim Boyle and he has a great game, it's going to be a phenomenal start to my Thanksgiving. So I'm not as worried about the quality, I guess.
The Cowboys are without
Give me
Cooper, and Lamb's currently in concussion protocol, so they probably don't flip. Both Cowboys receivers, 1 and 2, are probably not playing.
Yeah.
Get excited about Gallup and Wilson, and Dalton
Ugh.
Schultz. Yeah, Zeke gets hurt every single game, but I guess he'll be okay by then. We'll see. Stay tuned. And then you have New Orleans, which is like one of my least favorite, DFS teams. Taysom Hill just signed for like $1 billion today, or extended or whatever. So good for him. But Yeah, and Trevor Siemian. The Bills are exciting, but in that environment, whatever. That's our slate. But I guess we're gonna have money on it. I'm not saying I'm not gonna play it. Of course, I'm gonna play it, Keach. But that's it.
Yeah.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Yeah.
What they just need to stop putting the Lions in there.
That's a tradition. Like they claimed it many years ago, and the Cowboys claimed it. And I don't know if it was like hard to get teams to do it, but
No, I think they were like, I can't remember who the owner of the Lions are, but it's something like, I think that like the owner of GM, and they allegedly they threatened to take out GM as a sponsor of the NFL. So
oh really?
they're like, oh, we okay, we won't do that then.
So the Giants just went for it in 4th and 1, kind of a play action bootleg, and did not work out, unfortunately.
Well, that is unfortunate
Yeah, I was hoping they
for
would.
my friend Lee Sarvant.
There's
Some people know him as Devin. I know him as Lee.
There's some really happy Giants fans on this stream.
Are there?
No, I love what they do when it's like as soon as they get a turnover on downs, they just ran out. And they're down by a touchdown, and they cut to one of the fan base. It's just like them just so deflated on the side, just like they're hanging off the edge of their seat.
Yeah, college football teams will love that too. What is it? The surrender Cobra. I'm sure you guys seen that all over the Twitter. But whenever just like your team is decimated, or it's directors, right, Deb? And you probably know this.
No, I can hear the person in the production room saying, "Cut to that crying person."
Find the most miserable person in the crowd. Go. And exploit them.
Yeah,
Pretty
And
much.
they came to the game. They knew what they're signing up for.
as the great artist Donald Glover once said, "This is America."
He's the first person to say that?
I believe so. It's science.
All right. Yeah, I mean, it is.
No, it's not science. Do you not know science?
Do you know the first person to say that's hot?
Paris Hilton.
First person. She's the Neil Armstrong of that saying? Or Buzz
Or,
Aldrin?
anyone who said, "Don't touch that. That's hot."
Who said that?
Any stove ever.
Paris Hilton.
What stoves do you know they're talk?
Michael Scott said that, I believe, actually.
To his George Foreman grill.
Yeah, the chat wants it. So, Detroit, if you're living in Detroit, have you had a happy Thanksgiving in the last 30 years? I guess just ruins your day, right? Did the Lions ever win on Thanksgiving? I wonder what their record is. I feel like
It is mean that they keep doing this to these people.
Well, at least they get it out of the way. It's early. It's like 12 o'clock or whatever. So
It does seem like they're always the 12 o'clock game.
yeah, they're always the first game.
Yeah. So no one's
They
awake
played the
anyways.
Bears. They played the Bears a couple years ago on Thanksgiving. I feel like they've done it a handful of times.
And the Bears are just
Always
so
been.
boring too, aren't they?
So boring.
And Dalton. Oh, put me to sleep.
Hey, Andy Dalton. You look pretty darn good there.
You feel good about Dalton going forward?
No.
It looks like Valanciunas is just not coming back, by the way. I don't think it's happening. You got Pat Bev back in the game for the record.
Nice. Get it, Pat Bev.
Brogdon was halted because that game was a blowout, only played 28 minutes. Man, what a terrible NBA slate, right? Am I missing something? It feels like this is a...
Strangely enough, I'm not losing that much money right
I have
Probably
a lot
'cause
of
I put
players
out
playing late.
now. 30 bets. I bet a lot. I'm currently only down $1,000.
Mike Evans just caught a big pass for a third down completion. What's your biggest bet you have there right now?
I generally, sports books aren't going to let me get much more than 500 down, so I just bet 500 and hope they don't limit me. Like, I noticed that if I go over 500, they go to review more often, which I don't want. So 500 is just what I bet, and I just have like 30 bets out there.
Michael in chat, he was the Ford Motor Company. That makes more sense. And he was saying that in Detroit, I guess he's in Detroit. It's kind of
Yep.
nice because it's a reasonable excuse to show up really late for family stuff if we go to the game. Yeah, okay. So, sit and watch the game. And I wonder how much are tickets for Detroit? Do they sell that game out just because it's tradition?
Oh
It's
yeah.
gotta be kind of cheap, right? Can't be expensive for Detroit.
Well, let's check out StubHub.
Yeah. Or if you just go like to like the ESPN game, they'll say like there's a link for tickets there.
Oh, or you could just Google Detroit Lion tickets.
What's the last sporting event you've been to, Grant?
Not sure. Let's see. My guess would be a Rockies game. Nosebleeds is still $65. Looks like that.
For Detroit?
These are all it's sold out.
Way more than I would have thought.
Sold out like in air quotes, or it's like legit sold out?
No, it's not sold out. There's still some. Let's see. You can get 8th row center field, or 31st row center field for $221.
Center
Let's
field.
see what 450 you can get center field.
Is center field the 50-yard
Second row.
line?
Yeah.
Yes, of course it is. Okay.
Why would you ask that then, you dumb
Well,
dumb?
why would you say center field? What sport are you talking about?
Center of the field.
Oh, okay. I'm thinking like in center field for baseball. All
No,
right.
it's the center of the field.
Yeah, also known as.
Center field.
So okay. And maybe it was just me that was confused. Never mind.
What else would center field
Well,
mean?
you didn't say of the was implied. You said center field.
Yes. Center field.
We have 3 hours. Like you got to save a couple syllables.
Field seats in the center. Center field.
Devin, is this just me?
What do you? I mean, he's talking about the epicenter of the field.
Oh, epicenter. He never said. I didn't hear Epa. I didn't hear
Yes.
Epa.
The
Epa was
epicenter.
implied. So epicenter. Epa was implied. Of the was implied.
It's
Epicat.
equidistant from one flag or field post to another.
Wow. Devin showing off that vocabulary. Equidistant. Cross that one off the board.
Yeah, that's a solid vernacular there, my friend.
It's a
That is not my
$5
repertoire.
word right there.
What was the word that Reeves used last week on me? I'm sure you remember it, Devin. God, it was like uneven.
Oh no, cattywampus. Yeah, because I've
Cattywampus.
heard this.
You know what
Oh yeah, all
I've
about
You guys
that
know what
cattywampus.
cattywampus means? Who knows
Of course.
cattywampus? Besides Devin. What's cattywampus mean?
No idea.
Keach?
No idea.
Yeah, he said cattywampus and kept going. And I'm like, all I heard was cattywampus. He lost me at cattywampus.
Yeah.
And he spit out a bunch of great stats.
It's like
And I'm
a
just like-
skew, just a diagonal, right? Cattywampus.
Uneven?
Yeah.
Like
Uneven.
wonky?
Yeah, wonky. All good
Yeah.
synonyms.
There you go.
Catty.
Dean, what was the last sporting event you went to?
I was at a Braves game maybe 2 years ago.
Oh, that's a while. Okay.
Yeah, it's
I
been a
guess-
while.
Given COVID, not really. But
I'm trying to think. I think it was a Braves. I went I met my brother and my nephew and some other people, and I saw the new Braves stadium.
You met your brother for the first time?
Yeah. We went on Maury first to make sure that it was wait, no, that's the father thing. You are my brother is not quite the same catch. You are not. Is there a better job than being a producer for the Maury Povich show? It's like, oh, I got an idea for today's show. You guys ready?
What's the most ridiculous thing we can do? Let's do that.
Every show. Is that every episode? I think it's every episode. And every once in a while they get like teens that have gone too far and like they got to reform them and yell at them. There you go. There's the Maury. Is that still even on the Maury Povich show? I'm guessing it is.
I have to assume. Oh,
I
I
feel
need
like
a Mike
I
Evans
would've got an
touchdown
email.
here.
Is this Lenny? Come on, Lenny. Run into the 4. Yeah. All right.
Mike
It
Evans, get
feels like it's not as
touchdown.
close as it actually is. Is that just me?
Yeah. Yeah. I agree with you, which is rare.
All right. Second and goal at the 5. Let's run the ball again with Lenny. That worked out the first time.
Throw it to Mike Evans on the left.
Do you have Mike Evans props for touchdowns or what?
Well, I have the same game parlay that is oh no, look left, you dumb dumb. I have a same game parlay with Brady over 297 receiving yards, Godwin touchdown, and Evans touchdown.
He never looked left, by the way. You're ahead of me.
Yeah, no, he never looked left like a dumb stupid head.
You talk to him as if like you think you're in his ear or something like that. You know, it doesn't work. I know he's got a piece, but
He can hear me.
That's his OC. That's not you.
He can hear me.
No, that's not. I mean, yeah. As much as you yell at your TV, they can't hear you. I'm telling you.
Oh, disagree.
You disagree? You think they can hear you?
Yes.
Okay.
Mike Evans, Mike Evans, Mike Evans, Mike Evans, Mike Evans. Yes, that's Mike Evans.
Fournette looks exhausted coming off the field.
Hooray! Now I just need 25 more passing yards by Tim Brady.
So wait, maybe you are in his ear. Is that he just got a Mike
Yes.
Evans touchdown? There it is. Yeah, that was
Yes.
pretty easy. Is that how he just ask for it and it comes?
Yeah.
It's just like Romo in your ear. It's Grant in his ear. Throw it to the left, you dumb.
Well, that's an extra G in my pocket.
You think dumb inspires them when you say that?
Yeah.
That's a motivational tool.
Yeah, this is why I'm hot. I'm hot
Um,
because I'm fly. You ain't because you not. This is why.
you
This
can't
is
sing
why.
much more, otherwise we're gonna get to a copyright strike.
This is why I'm not. See what I did there? That's a parody song now.
No, Barkley's done really nothing today, by the way. I'm just kind of looking at his box score: 4 carries for 11 yards, 3 catches for 16. But I guess it feels like they haven't had the ball, have they? It feels like Tampa's controlled this entire game. Where's time of possession? Yeah, 23 minutes for Tampa, 13 and change for the Giants. Not that tells the whole story, but yeah, they don't have the ball very often. And when they do it, they're not very efficient with it.
And my entire night's going to come down to the 76ers game. This is going to be fun, guys.
Hey, Jonas Valanciunas has entered the game, and what did he do when he came in? He got another foul.
Well, they took out Pat Bev, and I'm angry about it.
What is going on? Like, why? Oh, I'm so confused. Oh, I bet Vanderbilt for a double-double. He needs 1 more rebound. Let's do it.
Ooh.
I got like a nice line on it.
What was the line?
Say, that had to...
Let's see.
What did I tell you about betting double doubles?
I don't know, but I've been doing really well with them.
Good for you. I'm proud of you. I like to see you succeed,
What did
no
you
matter
tell me?
how little I like you.
What did you tell me?
Oftentimes you're better off. Well, I guess you're at the Hard Rock, so
Yeah, I don't have the alternatives you have, unfortunately.
yeah.
I got it at 10-1. So
Ooh.
let's get a board. 1 more board for Vanderbilt. We got it.
Oh gosh, my back, guys. I think I'm getting old. Not as old as Dean, who's very old, but old.
How's your neck?
And my vagina and my crack.
Well, I was just asking you what your neck is, a random, aside.
Fair enough. Neck's
do
not
that.
great. Still has some stability left.
I spent on 5 points pizza, by the way.
You just had some?
No, I just settled on it. That's what I got coming now. I couldn't find the
Nice.
chicken place. I think it must have closed. By the way, updating the app did resolve the issue. So
Ooh.
Yeah.
Like Dean updating his Zoom.
wow. I don't have
I
Zoom
got-
still. I just use the browser thing.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah, it doesn't mess with the location services.
Don Yeezy in chat reminding us this is a family show, so let's
Grant, come on.
cut down
What?
on the explicit lyrics here,
Thank you,
fellas.
Don Easy.
I
Fighting the good
gave
fight.
I gave out the clean lyrics.
Next thing you're gonna do is like point at somebody, like the Duke
There's
on you.
one thing I've learned from a movie
Yeah,
that has still I know to this day because of that movie. It's boys have a penis and girls have a vagina from Kindergarten Cop.
Kindergarten Cop, of course. Yeah, it definitely wasn't the Godfather, because you never saw that.
Yeah, never heard of it.
Well, you've heard of it, certainly.
Nope, never heard of it.
Okay.
And this is why I'm hot.
We 24-10, 7 minutes to go in the third. It's about this time. Well, maybe it's about this time where we start getting those flash draft warnings for the fourth quarter. I feel like that's coming.
Devin, where you at in our ear?
That's too early still.
Yeah, I mean, we got like 7.5 minutes left in the game, or in the quarter.
Okay, so Dean doesn't know anything. Classic.
I'm just giving him the heads up. He's aware. He's got a clock for it, but
All right, throw a touchdown to Tony so I can win this quarter flash draft.
Closing lineup for Orlando is Mulder, Mo Wagner, one of the Wagners, Okiki. Hampton's got 14, 7, and 5. Jeez.
Outscoring everyone else, every one of the starters.
Yeah. Back-to-back games where he's crushed.
Yeah, that game cost me at least 4K. I would be having a great night if I would have just, hey, Grant, maybe stay away from this game. You're stupid.
Maybe you're a dumb stupid head if you want to get even more specific and tactical.
I mean, technically, that is accurate.
You can just say, like, here's the thing. When you get something wrong, it's easier to just go, well, variance got me. And when it's right, you say, hey, man, I was sharp. You point to your brain.
I am sharp. Sharp people get things wrong sometimes. I don't know if you know this. Gamblers don't win every bet.
What? I only see people tweeting out the wins. You're saying some people, you lose sometimes?
I do.
Oh, I wouldn't tell people that. I mean, you've been exposed right here. I mean, why would you tell it to the people? Because you're giving up picks and scores and odds, and you're saying they're not always winners?
Correct.
All right. I mean, good luck. Good luck going on scores and odds now.
Yeah, we'll see.
Well, that's why you have to practice bankroll management, Grant.
Yeah. I don't. I just do what I want.
Well, you don't need to right now because you're well ahead for the year, and you're kind of playing with the house. Oh no, what was that? What was that?
No. Oh no!
What? Did you guys see this play?
Yep.
What was that? Who was he even throwing to? Did you see this, Keach?
Yeah.
What was going on there?
He was trying to throw it to the receiver slightly further downfield, and he was throwing off his back foot, falling backwards.
So he was going to Barkley, I think, right? And he just wasn't close. Where? No. Oh, okay. There's somebody coming across the field, but woof.
This isn't good. I still need 30 more passing yards from Brady.
Oh, what's worse? Because he was going to get the ball back anyway, and now they just might score
Yes,
again.
I know. I said that. That's why I said this is not good.
Oh, I thought you said good. I'm sorry. I misheard you.
You silly goose. You're one of them silly gooses is what you are.
Based on the previous 12 seconds, you just concluded that?
Well, and the fact that you're just a silly goose.
Okay, so status quo.
Ooh, Georgie's dang. Georgie's dang.
All he does is shoot threes.
I mean, you got to give
that is pretty accurate, actually.
You got to give it to Daniel Jones. That was a tight spiral on that throw.
True that.
He's thrown 2 completions to 2 big boys tonight. We'll give him that. One to the other team.
Huh? Rashawn Holmes. I did a nice little same game parlay on Caesars with a $500 free bet. I got 9 of the 13 game spreads right yesterday. How
do you get a $500 free bet? Did you just sign up for the first time, or I don't get those. I got 20.
So it's different for every. Caesars has this promo where if you bet 100 or more on 9 or more games on a Sunday, depending on this one was 9. So if you bet 100 on every single spread, and you win 9, then you get $1,000 in free bets. So I got 2 $500 free bets, and one of them I put on a same game parlay of Niang over 14.5 points, Holmes over 22.5 points plus rebounds, and Barnes under 2 3-pointers.
Yeah. Oh, we talked about that. I thought Barnes is a good DFS play today, or a decent one, but
he's not. I disagree with that, and he's just not shooting much recently. He goes through these weird streaks of just going ham and then doing nothing.
By the way, Harkless drew the start for the record. I'm not sure what we had projected, but Harkless is now back. Metu is not the starter for
Metu
for the Kings tonight.
We got 2.5 minutes till the next flash draft.
There it is, Devin. Just waiting for that dynamite drop in.
Wig and chat want to know what our thoughts for the 4th quarter flash draft.
Oh, well, I mean, I guess we'll give them as we go, right? But we'll probably be behind. Well, it's hard to give thoughts because you don't know what the options are.
Yeah. I mean, it'd probably target the Giants passing game. Devin, let me know when it's going to start because I'm on a different page.
Okay.
Don't pick the Giants kicker. If that's an option.
I mean, let's be surprised. We wouldn't be surprised if they kick field goals.
Well,
We concede.
They're going to kick field goals in the fourth quarter.
It's possible. I guess Matt Nagy's not coaching them.
Anything is possible.
Gosh, how does that guy have a job?
He's good in interviews, I guess. I don't know.
Well, I mean, it's kind of Andy Reid and Belichick are kind of the same thing. Like it's the if you coached under them, then you must be good. You must be a good head coach, and just obviously wasn't always accurate.
Got a minute and 15 on the flash draft. Signing up now. Way ahead of you.
I already got in.
Oh, okay.
I'm just not looking at it right now.
So sometimes some people, even in the middle of the draft, they get distracted and they don't even get all 5 picks in. Like that would only an amateur hour would do that. But
Yeah, I'm good at this thing called multitasking.
Only dum-dums do that.
Dumb stupid heads.
I mean, if you want to get all
Yeah,
technical.
you are dumb stupid head.
What was that? Oh, it's the Gronk, I guess. 2nd and 10 for Brady and the Bucks. 4+ minutes left in the third. 24-10. It just feels like it's much more than that than 24-10.
Yeah, it does.
It feels like the game's like decided. They're just kind of going through the motions,
They are.
which it kind of is decided.
Yeah. It feels that way, yeah.
We got Fox with 5 quick points. There you go. Oh, 8 quick points. Boom.
Wow.
Back-to-back threes for him? Oh, no, just 1 3.
10 seconds.
And we bet Fox on points over. We gave that one out earlier.
Did I?
I did. So
Oh,
you can take
good for you. Proud of
you
you.
can take credit
Dino.
by association.
Starting.
Booker 1.5x. Gano. Do not take an O. And Mike Evans. Ugh. Is Booker even getting worked in?
I don't know. Like honestly, Gano's
No,
not the worst
I
idea
think
in the
I'm
world.
going Gano, actually.
I took Evans. You guys can have
Yeah, I
Gano.
also took Evans, but I'm not happy about it.
Booker hasn't played yet, I don't think, or hasn't at least touched the ball, I don't think.
I'm sticking
Tony
with
versus
Barkley.
Barker versus Galladay. Oh, Tony's the pick there.
I went
Man,
Galladay.
And I
Yeah,
went
it's fine.
Barkley.
I mean, what they're going to want to push. Oh, Tony was the chalk. I didn't expect that. I thought people would be all over Barkley. Jones versus Brady 1.5x versus Evans and Godwin. Jeez.
I'm going Evans and Godwin.
I'm taking Jones and pairing him with Tony, which is probably a terrible
going
idea.
Brady.
It's not a bad idea.
Brady's going to pass to Gronk, and you know he's going to be in one of these next 2.
Oh, I got 21% Jones. I'll take that. That's good. Ingram versus Suck Up versus Booker. Oh, I'm taking Suck Up.
I'm taking Ingram.
We got a Suck Up field goal attempt here coming up, I believe, which means like the Giants would be willing to kick a field goal if they're down 17. So that could change things. Fournette versus Godwin versus Brady. Like
Double down on Brady.
Double down on Godwin.
I'm just taking Fournette, and hopefully Godwin and Brady are quiet. But you know Brady's a greedy Gus, and he'll still be chucking in the fourth quarter.
Passing it to Scotty Miller.
Scotty Miller's not playing tonight, I don't believe.
Not tonight, yeah.
Oh, bad.
Yeah.
Too bad.
No, yeah, I thought he was going to be in the pool. I thought he was going to be possibly a thing, but he did not come back off of the IL just yet. Did they get this field goal? Yes. 40-yarder for Suck Up. That extra yard's very important.
True that. Gosh,
Yeah.
I need 20 more passing yards from Mr. Tim Brady.
I think you're going to get it.
I hope so.
I think you will too.
This is why I'm hot. Gosh, catchy song, all right?
Could you hedge
Is it
there
though?
with a? Could you hedge there with an in-play Brady under? I don't know what that. You don't seem like a hedge kind of guy, but
I don't hedge.
yeah.
If it was a
What's
good
the
line, but
what's the parlay payout?
200 pays 15.
Good.
Yeah, no, FanDuel had a little thing promo that I didn't see yesterday, but it's like bet $200 plus on week 11 same game parlays and get a $100 bonus. I'm like, all right, well, definitely doing that.
Early foul trouble for Maxey, 2 fouls. Milton off the bench, quick 3. 14-15 in Sacramento with 6 and change to go.
I need Georgies to start shooting some more.
Oh, the other bet I had was Drummond over like 2.5 assists. He's got 2 already. Nice. Let's go.
I thought you hated Drummond.
I hated Drummond.
Yeah, I thought you hated
He
playing
always
him.
wants to play
Yeah, you
Jokic.
fade him every slate.
Yeah, you just play Jokic over him.
I'm confused, but I'm missing here. What's the reference here? don't-
Our Monday shows every week.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. Well, you know.
Maybe willfully missing the point on this one.
Well, I mean, first of all, he can get 3 assists and not pay off his salary. Like, that's possible. That's just like how Grant was talking about not liking Harry Barnes to get two threes or whatever.
Yeah. Ooh, just Jackson doing pretty darn well.
By the way, Vanderbilt, 10-1, double-double. Boom.
Oh gosh, this is not proving my point. Bane just hit a 3.
What? He's capable of doing that? Does he realize he can step inside that line?
He almost did.
All right. Is there anything interesting as far as a live line in this game, or you guys don't seem to be terribly? It's
No.
27-10, and
I mean,
No.
yeah, it's nothing great. Like, I stand by the Giants being a decent bet at the beginning of the game.
yeah.
Now it's kind of irrelevant.
Plus 110 for 17.5 spread Buccaneers.
No.
Betting this.
Do you say who's betting this?
No, I said I don't remember betting this. So I went on Scores and Odds today, and I'll look at the college basketball stuff. I think it's Farmcast mostly put stuff in there. Fine4 I think does as well.
Yeah.
And I don't know anything about college basketball. I couldn't name like 4 players, and I'm probably rounding up. I can't name 2 players. I can't name 1 college basketball player.
I don't think I can either.
Really rounding up there from 0, aren't we?
I don't think I can name 1 college basketball player.
Is
Pretty sure.
Jatavius Smoochie Johnson a player?
I mean, Smith. Smith is good. I don't know. I don't think I can name a college basketball player. How about yourself, Keith? Are you locked in on college? You know anything about college?
I mean, I know Drew Timme, the Gonzaga guy. I watched.
Well, now I know 1 college basketball player.
Timmy?
Drew Timme.
Okay.
Yeah, he's,
Couldn't pick him out of the lineup.
Chet
Good.
Holmgren too. I mean, he's another Gonzaga guy who's should probably go pretty high in the draft.
Gonzaga must be like number 1, huh?
They are, yeah.
There you go. It's so weird. They were like the Cinderella team, and now all of a sudden they're like this big bully. How that?
I mean,
Johnny
they've been
Juzang.
one of the best
Juzang.
college basketball teams over the last 20 years, Dean.
No, but I'm saying years
Yeah.
ago they used to be
Wow.
like this, you know, like 7 seed or a team that upsets people, just the 12 seed.
Yeah, like 25
22
years
months.
ago.
I'm
No.
making an observation over the last 20 years or whatever, 10 years. Yeah, it's a broad observation.
It's
You can
not
poke
20 or
holes.
25 years they've been.
They were
I
a
think
1
it's-
seed when I was in high school multiple times.
Yeah, I think like a decade maybe.
Were you in high school last year?
No, I was in high school. This is like 15 years ago.
Okay.
Let's
You
see.
might be right.
Let's look at this up.
Oh yeah, Adam Morrison. Yeah, it's probably been a while actually.
Adam Morrison. The chat's going up. Paulo Bachero and Chet Holmgren.
Chet Holmgren's he's a popular one, I'm sure. Johnny
I thought I
Yeah,
saw
in
Chet Holmgren on the
2004 they
CMAs.
were 2 seed. In 2005 they were the 3 seed. In 2006 they were the 3 seed.
Dude, well, look at the 90s, man. That's the whole. I was making a broad observation of like how this system has come, because I used to be the Cinderella team.
Well, Cinderella story. About 99.
What?
Oh, that was a Caddyshack reference.
Oh, yeah. Is that your Bill Murray?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got to work. on that
Cinderella
Bill Murray.
story here.
Looks like we got a
Yeah.
Devontae Booker sighting.
Yeah, Booker's playing some football tonight. Oh, that was a terrible pass by Jones. Man.
It's
He ain't
funny
it.
to me that probably the most successful person in flash drafts on the show with 3 experts and a producer is the producer.
Wait, did you just imply that I was an expert, Grant?
I mean, there's bad experts. Look at Skip Bayless.
I knew you'd walk that back. I wasn't watching the video. Maybe you did air quotes. I'm not really sure. I like to do the air quotes.
You're not worth the energy of putting up air quotes.
You can't lift your arms for like 3 seconds.
No, it's not worth it.
How much energy? What happens to your power bar when you?
I've got big arms.
Precious calories.
I lift weights.
How much you lift?
Depends on what exercise, Dino. How many reps I'm doing.
Yeah, fair enough.
If
30
I've
10 for the
eaten
Giants.
a high carb diet that day.
Oh, wait. Did he go backwards, or he should have just stopped? Tony caught like an 8 or 9 yard pass. They're gonna punt this, aren't they? They're not really gonna punt this. They're gonna punt this. Down by 17. They're gonna punt this ball at the 50-yard line, 4th and 2, aren't they?
Triple J hit the points on is over. How old is he, Dean?
He used to be 19, but I guess we all used to be 19 at some point.
I mean, not all of us. Some people who are under the age of 19 didn't used to be 19.
Oh, they're actually going. Were they going for this?
Yeah.
Good job, Giants.
I mean, it should have been a first down.
Yeah.
Well,
it's weird to me.
It's a tricky thing. Yeah. Like, because he
It's
stopped
not a
trying to
tricky
fight.
thing.
His feet were there.
Yeah. I don't know what. That's a terrible spot.
Well, because he started fighting. If he didn't fight, if he just sort of let him throw him, then he would have moved him forward, right? But I think they said he was like trying to still fight and stay alive, and therefore he fell back.
Well, he was in the heat of the moment. Heat of the moment. I feel like that's a song.
So, anyways, I bet Ohio State and the Houston Cougars tonight. And shout out to Varncast because there is a couple winners lurking in there.
Varncast is good. He knows his ish.
Yeah, that's my.
I made that suitable for the children watching.
That was nice, yeah.
Need one more point / assist / rebound from Triple J.
By the way, I got 25-1 on Giannis to get a triple double tonight. 25-1. He didn't get it, but like if that game was close, he would have. 25-1.
It didn't work, but
no, I'm not sure if you've heard this before, Devin. Process versus. So here's the thing: when you lose your bets, you think, well, wonky variance, but when you hit it, it's like, hey, point to the brain.
It's
right?
just so
Buddy,
funny.
I'm doing work.
Not even take a breath between it. Like, oh man, did you see this thing? I mean, I didn't get it, but like.
No, but I will bet Giannis 25-1 a triple double every single night, and I will be ahead. If that's the line every night indefinitely, that was a terrible line. Like somebody fell asleep at the wheel on that one. They actually cut me off. They only let me put like $30 on it or something like that. But still,
how dare they?
I was happy to lose my $31 on that. Yeah, $31 and like 11 cents or something like that.
Giannis has 25 career triple doubles.
Yeah. Were you about to tell me that Giannis does not get triple doubles?
I mean, I was trying to figure out the rate. You said,
yeah.
I mean, if they let me bet that every night. I'm like, what are the actual odds of him hitting it just based off of the course of his career?
Yeah, well, and also you got to cut off the first, several years, obviously.
I mean, he was doing work in the first several years.
Well, he wasn't doing what he's doing. He's not
doing what he's doing now, but he was still doing work.
And he wasn't getting the minutes he's getting now. Like none of that makes sense.
I mean, there was a little while where they were running him at the one back in 2015. I want to say.
Well, statistically, he wasn't putting up anywhere near the numbers he is now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, no one's putting up the numbers he is now.
Yeah. Well.
Did you say you bet Jackson over in points tonight, Triple J?
Yep.
He's got 17. That should probably do it.
Yep. Well, he already hit it. It was 14.5, but
okay.
I also had points, rebounds, and assists, so I needed one more.
So
I got it. Guys, I'm almost to break even right now.
Wait, points, rebounds, and assists was 21.5?
20.5.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's a pretty good line.
Did we just hit the end of the third?
We did.
Oh, beautiful.
What? Did you win last draft?
Solo first.
What?
Wow.
And I won.
Yeah.
I won by 0.08 points.
This is the one that I was supposed to be in, but I hit the wrong button. We would have split it.
Yeah, that's probably what this one was.
I think we were running the same team, and then I might have screwed up the fifth pick, but nice. How much you take down for that?
It's 165 for a $5 entry.
Nicely done. What's the ROI? That's pretty good.
Basically covers all of my bets in DFS for the night.
Nicely done.
Proud of you.
You don't see that often, right? A solo shipper in that? I can't imagine that happens too often.
I mean, I don't know, Dean.
Depends on the size of it.
I got second in the $1 too, but that one was duped 3 times.
Grant, Ayton made his over on the rebound total, by the way, according to Jack
Yep.
in the chat. Probably was
Yeah,
double-double.
that game didn't start.
It's got 6 minutes left. He's at 19 and 13. If that's your
Well, no, I
guess.
was trying to figure out if I gave out that. Yeah, I did give out that during the show. It's nice. I made the people some money. Guys,
Buddy Hill's
anyone
doing-
in chat, are you actually betting what I tell you to during this show? Is it helpful? Anyone in chat?
Yeah, or anything going forward. I
Oh,
guess
yeah, at least
we probably
easy
would have
then.
touched on. We probably should have touched on like the 10 o'clock stuff or 10:30 stuff. There wasn't really a lot out there, but we're always happy to answer those things, and we're probably
Yeah.
betting something on it.
Yeah, I mean, I have a boatload of bets on the 10 o'clock stuff. I have Holmes under, or I have Holmes over points, over rebounds, over points plus rebounds. I have Hyde over 14.5 points. I have Barnes under 1.5 assists. I have
Buddy's
Niang
crushing
over
away.
14.5 points. I have Niang over 2.5 threes. I think I have the over on Drummond points, but I'm not sure about that.
Yeah, that's not a good position to have right now. So Drummond has 0 points, 6 boards, 3 assists. But Buddy Hield off the bench, 11 and 4. And by the way, guess whose music that is? I don't know if you guys can hear. Listen closely. Marvin Bagley's music. He's in the lineup. He's currently on the court right now playing basketball for the Kings.
Yeah,
Good
Hyde's looking real good.
Say it again.
I said Hyde's looking real good.
Yeah, I mean he's probably hit 3 threes, I think.
Yeah, yes.
3 for 3. Yeah.
He is a guy that only shoots threes.
Yeah, not to be confused with like, you know, who would you think? Who comes to mind?
Desmond Bain, probably, right? I think, did he just hit his 4th? No.
I saw Bagley score, but I don't think he hit his 4th. I think he's at 11. And Bagley scored a bucket, so good for him. Milton off the bench is 8 points, taking advantage of, I guess, Maxi's early foul trouble as well. And Drummond has 2 fouls too. 6 boards, 3 assists, over on that 2.5, but no points just
It
yet.
doesn't look like Drummond, I tried to bet. That was it. I tried to bet it while we were on the show as soon as we got the Seth Curry news, but the bet didn't go through. They yanked it. That was it. So that's good.
In the chat, Wiggs said, I'm not sure if Wiggs was following along to Devin or you guys both landed on the same thing, but said he got first split with 5 other people, maybe in a different one. In Texas, you cannot bet. Yeah, there's still some states, well, what, 25 or so that still doesn't allow sports gambling, give or take. So it's split at this point. Texas being one of them. Grant, they want prize picks. They have prize picks like 4th quarter, 3rd quarter, 2nd quarter, all sorts of crazy stuff. If you're following along with the game, like you could figure out the game flow. It's definitely things you can exploit.
All right, let's see if Brady can get 20 more yards.
If you're just following like injuries, if you're following foul trouble, you know, game flow, there's some of their lines do not incorporate that. If you just sort of look at 4th quarter and things, or just who's getting snaps, depending on what sport we're looking at.
And Buddy Hyde is 1 point away from covering his points total in the 1st quarter.
You know who just hit a 3? Bain. Yeah, I've never seen him do that, but Desmond Bain hit another 3.
Nice. How is that, a 2nd or 3rd?
I believe it would be his 3rd, maybe his 2nd.
It's a 2nd. I thought that I bet the over on is 2.5 threes, but I don't think I did.
I was going to say, if you bet the over on his threes after all this, that would have been really something.
He was going to call you a hypocrite, Grant.
Oh, I've done it a lot, but I also bet his points prop more than I bet his threes prop because he's more of a point scorer than a 3-point maker.
I need Fournette to break one. That's not Fournette. That's Jones. Just took it for 10 yards. Is he done for the game, you think? It's like, we're just mopping it up here. 27-10.
Heat of the moment. Man, why do I have so many songs? I'm hungry. I think KFC's still open.
Yeah, it's like
I
8:30
can't
over there.
wait till my pizza gets here. I'm so excited. I am eating a piece on air if it gets here before the show's over.
What did you get on your pizza? Let's play this. Oh wait, no, you're pretty.
Pepperoni.
Yeah, you're pretty standard. I would have guessed. Yeah, that was the chalk.
Yeah, don't take this a bad way, but you seem like a basic B.
I am. I'm as basic as it gets.
Yeah, not a bad thing.
No, yeah, I'm a simple man.
What was the place I used to? I would the pizza was it 5 Points? Is that the place you said you went to?
It's the place I ordered from, yeah.
Yeah, 5 Points. That's what I remember. Is like the I don't know. It's just there's a couple of them in Nashville, maybe
Yep.
one or
Yeah,
two.
Sano's a real good one, and
Oh, Two Boots. That's the place that I went. That was around.
Oh, they have one in LA. It's pretty good.
Yeah, there's a couple in New York, and I think there's not many, but yeah, Two Boots is pretty good.
He don't know.
It's still Jones. Yeah. Not much going on here in this game.
Giants have any chance of covering this 11.5? I kind of think no, even though they're really not.
Why has Rashawn Holmes played less minutes than Alex Len?
Did he get in foul trouble?
Len's back there?
No, he didn't get in foul trouble.
I don't know. I guess they went Len over Thompson. Thompson has not entered the game. That's got to be a fun thing to project, right? Figuring out which one it is of those two.
Yeah, and then when they started playing Bagley, it's even worse. It's like there's another guy in there now. I mean, he's not I guess, competitor for the center minutes, but yeah, it's just something different with the backups every night.
Buddy Hield 4 for 4 from 3, 14 points in the bucket, and just for fun, 5 rebounds. And so he's got 14 and 5 in less than 7 minutes. Good for him.
Go on, Brady, get a 18-yard pass.
Specifically, no more, no less.
No, I'll take a 20-yard pass.
Yeah, I mean, you know, stat correction.
I don't think he can throw the ball 20 yards down the field.
He still can.
Yeah. He was less than 20. He didn't make that one 20 yards down the field.
So set the line, Grant. Put your handicapper head on. How many more years does Tom Brady play?
1.
I would say 1.5. I'd say 1.5.
I would take the over on 1, and it's like
1 year. So you think he'll play past next year?
So next year is his last season, according to your line.
Yes.
Well, the other thing is like you can't, like, he's not walking away this year. So, and 1's a push. You got to make it 1.5, don't you?
Yeah, I was saying how many more years? As the way you phrased it made me see how many more years after this.
Okay. Yeah,
because this is his current year, so playing 1 more.
Next year is his last year.
That would be my guess, but
if he keeps this level up, like I can't imagine he stopped. Like I don't, and like you wouldn't think he should be able to, but you wouldn't think he should be able to do what he's doing out there right now. So
yeah, no, and like I've hated Tom Brady most of my football watching career, but it's kind of been the bell curve. Like
respect,
liked him at the beginning, start to dislike him, really start to dislike him. You know, he's becoming more likable. He's becoming more likable. Like now, he seems like a fun guy. Like I always thought he was overrated, but now just overrated by saying he's probably a top 2 quarterback because I'm always a big Peyton Manning guy. But just based on longevity, like now I'm questioning that.
In the chat, they're asking, how do I sign up for Scores and Odds? Do you post picks every single day? Do you post? Yeah, pretty much every single day, right, Grant?
I do most. Like it's Sundays. I a lot of times don't because I'm just like burnt out on football. Like wake up at 3 a.m. But I should have stuff every day, and we're going to be getting more stuff. Like I might start doing like fairly often video of just props of the day. We're looking into stuff, but yeah, like
does that expire? That's kind of my issue. And like again, I only have the experience on the Hard Rock, the Seminole app, and somebody says Seminole is garbage, and that's I'm in Florida. It's a monopoly right now. It's the only option I have. So you know, that's all I can do. If you're in a different state like Grant is in Colorado, they have like at least 10 books or something like that out there. It must be nice.
How many books do you think I'm on right now?
How many do I think you're actually on, like active every single day or signed up for?
That I've wagered 5K plus on.
I would say I'll set the line at 9.5.
All right, Keith, you think it's more or less than that?
Between multiple states?
No, just in Colorado.
How many sports books they have? I would imagine you sign up to all of them. I'm going to set the line at 11.5.
You get the bonus at least, right?
Yeah, 11.5 is pretty close. FanDuel, DraftKings, MGM, BetRivers, PointsBet, Barstool, WinBet, Caesars, Score, FoxBet, MaximBet. And there's 1 or 2 I still haven't signed up for.
Why haven't you signed up for the
we don't
other ones?
that many here.
I'm just exhausted. Like that's the thing. Like sometimes, like just signing up for a new one, it's not worth it to deal with like 200. And then Sports Illustrated has one, and I signed up for it. I haven't played on it, but trying to get.
Doesn't Fox have a book? Like, how do like Sports Illustrated and Fox
Fox
and the
Bet,
Yahoo, like, and like these huge names?
It's
like, I feel
branding.
like-
It's branding. They don't actually own that much on it. It's branding.
Okay, but yeah, I feel like they should be doing more with it just because like he'll just won't stop scoring. He's at 16 now. I just feel like those companies should be doing more. And is ESPN ever going to make a sports book? Because if they ever did that to license
Yes,
different money,
100%. They will buy. I'm not 100%. I can't say that for certain, but my guess is that ESPN will buy one of the startup sports books that are exclusively in a certain state, like Maxim did buying sportsbetting.com. Like, get the infrastructure work out, get a sizable enough player base, and then rebranding like sportsbetting.com to Maxim Bet, and boom, you've got.
Is Disney cool with that, or were they have to disband from Disney, or
Disney's? I feel
allow
like is allowing more and more sports betting as it's getting legalized broader and broader.
Yeah, like so Disney now, like their cruise. My brother went on a Disney cruise with his kids, and his wife too, and like there was no gambling on the cruise because it's a kids, whatever. Like, imagine taking a cruise with no gambling. And like,
I'm not really a huge fan of gambling on cruises, to be honest.
Well, I mean, it's something that you could sprinkle it in, you could pepper it in.
Yeah. No, I don't mind having a little bit
menu
there. Like, go to the casino. I get a free cruise with my status both at MGM and at Caesars. I just haven't taken it yet.
Oh, well, I mean, if you need a +1, Grant,
If I make my way down to Florida, we can set up a cruise.
Yeah, there's a dock right down, well, not down the road, but yeah, it's not too. I mean, Orlando is a port, Fort Lauderdale's a port, Miami's a port. I think
Yep.
Fort Lauderdale's a port, definitely Miami. Yeah. By the way, there's asking in the chat is it's not just you that puts stuff on there and scores and odds. Like, you do it. STL cards, just all sorts of sports on there.
Yeah, he's crushed basketball in the last year. Just absolutely destroyed the world on it.
I played Noto's golf picks, and I think his guy, he was like 50-1 or 40-1, whatever he was. His guy finished second. What's the point of that? Like,
yeah, that's the thing. Golf is so volatile. Like,
yeah,
Noto throws a lot of bets out there, and he's had like 5 or 6 of those scenarios. Like, Noto's great at it.
You only got to hit a couple. Yeah,
he's hit 1 or 2.
Yeah,
but like, he should realistically probably have 3 or 4, and that's kind of how it goes.
Oh, interception. What tip and pick? Oh boy, Jones. I don't know if that one was his fault. I didn't see who it went off, whose hands it went off initially, but Tampa just intercepted.
No, that one was probably his fault. It was off of the Buccaneers.
Oh, it was off one Buck receiver, but one Buck defender to another Buck defender.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Oh,
was it the line? It was the line. It was. Jeez.
Man, I need Niang to start making some gosh darn buckets. Am I right?
I mean, he's out there. He'll figure it out.
Well, he's chucking the ball. That's for sure. He's 1 for 5 from beyond the arc.
Yeah,
1 for 6 total.
Keep chucking. So is anybody else done anything interesting in that game? Maxi is at what, 8 and 2?
No, it's mostly the Buddy show and Fox for the first few minutes.
Yeah, I got to get Fox going. Well, there's still plenty of
I
time.
think I'm going over to the Sixers game now. This game's getting too boring.
I mean, I've at least I'm still at least rooting for 20 more yards from Brady. Like, that's at least a G for me.
Jack wants to know what's the name of the basketball guy. What's the basketball guy that crushes?
Meansy, and well, me is the answer.
I think he was asking who you just said, though. It was Cards.
You said somebody.
You were
talking
Cards? Golf. It's Cards. Like,
Yeah.
Noto's very good too, and he's up money, but Cards is absolutely destroyed this year.
Also, BJ was wanting to know any second half prize picks for NBA.
Let's take a peek. Let's see what's up there.
Yeah. Let me know the lines, and I'll tell you my thoughts.
I got them. So as far as actual points, Maxey for 10.5, Fox for 9.5, Drummond 5.5, Harry Barnes 7.5, Halliburton 5.5.
Fox is only 5.5.
No. Fox is 9.5.
Okay, bet the over on Maxey of 10.5, but wait until it gets a little bit closer to halftime.
Well,
Make sure the game's still close.
just a heads up, Maxey has 2 fouls, and he just came back in the game. Just there might be some foul trouble potentially.
Yeah. So that's why I said wait until the half. Like, foul trouble's all. foul trouble in this game staying close.
Fox also has 2 fouls for what it's worth. They're both in the game with 2 fouls with 8 minutes to go. As far as actual fantasy points, Maxey at 18, Fox at 18, Drummond 17.5.
What are the
15.
assist lines for the second half?
No, I don't see any assists. Like just points is the only thing they're offering.
Okay, yeah. So I would bet Maxey. Barnes, you said was 5.5 or 4.5.
Harry Barnes is 7.5.
Okay, what was Holmes?
Holmes is 6.5.
I kind of like Holmes, and Brady just completed a pass. Was that if that's under 20 yards? I'm gonna be sad.
He's gonna get one more passing touchdown.
21 yards. Boom.
To Evans, it looks like.
He's over 300. Nice. So that means that's a nice little.
Oh, he hurt himself. He ran out of bounds and I don't know. He's calling himself off the field. Evans is hurt himself.
Yeah, he was
there.
limping a little bit over there.
Yeah, I was
Nice.
wondering why he just walked out of bounds basically. But
I'm up on the night. I'm actually up on the night.
there you go.
I did not think that would happen after.
It's about time you catch a break, Grant. You know, things have been, gambling wise, been rough for you. I know
It's been real tough. No, it is weird. Like, so I've been keeping my spreadsheet, as I've said before, and like the variations have been pretty drastic over the last, let's see, 11 days. Minus 3K, plus 1K, plus 2K, minus 500, minus 4.5 Gs, plus 6.5 Gs, minus 2.5 Gs, plus 3 Gs, minus 2 Gs, plus 2 Gs, plus 2 Gs, minus 2 Gs. Like, I keep having since November 10th, I'm like still up $3,000, but I've had multiple. Like it's basically like playing GBPs. There's that drastic of swings.
Yeah. And like you still play DFS, obviously, but your bankroll, a lot of it's been delegated to things.
I'd say about 80%. No, it's not quite. No, let's see. I play about 300K in gambling a month and probably 100K in DFS. So yeah, probably 75% of mine is gambling now.
Evan's back in the game, by the way. I'm surprised.
It's basically every single day I start off with gambling, then do DFS research, and then go back to gambling. And if I still have time to actually throw in my lineups, I go there. If I have podcasts or if I have anything like that, it makes it easier because like I'm obviously doing more research and getting up earlier. But on any given day, I'm just so exhausted that if I don't have any content to do for DFS, then I get all my gambling stuff done. And then if I have time, I go to DFS.
Is that Perriman with the catch? Was that his first catch of the game? 2 catches for 19 yards. Field goal for the Bucs is good by Suck Up. Is that basically your ratio as well, Keach? Are you gambling just mostly all exclusively, or what's your ratio?
Yeah. I mean, especially with like Sport Overlap, I have no time to make DFS lineups. Like it's just not. I have no time. Like if I'm doing that, it's taken away from like projections and stuff like that. So it's just easier for me to just bet. Usually it's something I can do quickly when I find news and not, doesn't hurt.
My biggest thing is like with basketball, I like making the swaps is just so important and it can be so costly. Like I'd say the 80% of my play in DFS for basketball is super draft just because
it's easy.
I don't have to constantly be by my computer the entire time. Let's say tonight, Seth Curry gets moved out or ruled out. Guess what that fixes? 100% swap from Curry to Maxey. Don't have to worry about salary.
Hey, let me ask you this. This is a good thing, I think, for people to hear, Grant. And I'm training my brain for this too. And I'm sure, like living in a sports book town or a state, you've honed your skills in this. You hear news out of nowhere, right? The first thing you hear, you have the Underdog Twitter account is always like a second before everything else, or 10 seconds or 30 seconds, whatever it is. And then all of a sudden it starts coming on the other feed as far as who's in, who's out. Somebody scraps out of nowhere. You hear that like Steph Curry or name a player. What's the very first thing you do? Give me take
hop
me
on the
steps.
GK app and immediately go down. While I'm signing in, if I'm not already signed in, I know the first thing I should look at is points, but while it's signing in, I think about, all right, what is this going to affect most? It's going to affect points, obviously, but it's also going to affect time for Shake Milton. Okay, let's see. I'll get over to the points page. I'll immediately bet the over on Drummond, the over on Maxey, and probably the over on Korkmaz because he's probably getting the start. And then I go over to assist, bet the assist points and rebounds and bet that. But if I already have it open, then sometimes like you have to know what to do and where to look for. If I'm already signed into FanDuel, if I'm already signed into Caesars, it used to be easier because you just go and like it has all of them in a row. So you can just go and click. But every single sports book has a different line or different layout. Caesars.
How do you prioritize it? Yeah, like how do you obviously can't log on the 13 books and get them all. I mean, you could try, but how do you prioritize that?
DraftKings is my automatic go-to because they start to know you. So instead of like BetMGM where it's just a constant like plus $5, plus $10, plus $20, plus $100, like that's the buttons you can press. With DraftKings, I can immediately click on it, press plus 500, submit, and keep going.
So that's where you get the most action on. Now, did that change as far as the other ones where the algorithms kind of picked up on you? Like, they know, okay.
I do not understand it. The main thing is like I do so many ridiculous bets from their algorithm, which I'm sure live betting is one of the biggest ones. The fact that I live bet at such a huge rate and they have such a big, normal spread, they have 10 points of juice. So minus 110, minus 110. On live betting, it's 20 points of juice. And they're just getting action in on both sides based on their algorithm, and they move the line based on how much action they're getting on both sides. So they don't care if I win or lose money generally on live betting because they know that they can move the algorithm slightly, get more action on one side at 20 points juice. So they really don't care. So they'll keep me at big lines because I'm an important player to them because they can get that guaranteed money is my guess. Like I still haven't fully figured it out, but the fact that I do that and then like anytime like I'll bet boosts on one site and then hedge out a live money line on the other site just because I'm like, well, this isn't actually a terrible line. I'll hedge out because I know that DraftKings will take that into account.
Like Fox at 11 points now.
Nice.
Still 5 minutes to go in that first half, and it's close. 45-42. I was going to bet the over in this game. I don't know why. I just got distracted or forgot, but I was thinking Gentry. Philadelphia is slowest pace in the league, but Gentry and those teams in New Orleans played fast, and I assume he's going to try to play fast here. So I don't know what the total was, but in my brain I was like, oh, I should bet this game over because people are probably guessing, and maybe they're not factoring in that Gentry being the new coach there.
I need one more rebound from
Poor job,
Go Bad.
Oh, you'll get it. There's 8 minutes to go.
Well, I mean, their rotations are weird. There's always a chance of a blowout. So generally they put Gobert in for about 5 minutes, then throw Whiteside in for 5 minutes, then Gobert in for 5 minutes, and then Whiteside in for 4 or 5 minutes, and Gobert again. So it's coming out along the end of his rotation. So if Whiteside comes in and this game turns into a moderate blowout, they'll generally keep Whiteside in.
Right on cue, by the way, Hammond Conley just came out. That's what I've noticed that Utah does as well. But he'll come back at like the 4 minute mark or whatever it is.
Yes, he will. But if it's a blowout, if it gets out of hand here, then
Utah,
it's nice that
Utah doesn't care about that for the most. I know what you're saying, but they will bring him back with up 17. Like they'll do that, and then they'll take him out.
Well, the problem is the hack of Gobert comes in.
Well, they're not going to hack at 17.
They will. Gobert is like they've been doing it at points off and on this season. So occasionally it happened in the earlier games. And so they've a lot of times kept Gobert out, like where other guys like Mitchell and Clarkson and Conley, they'll keep in the game. Gobert's rotations are different. They occasionally won't have him in there based on what they're going against. Like if they're right now, they're going up against the Grizzlies. They don't really need his defense going up against Triple J. Because
they need him at the rim though against Morant.
Huh?
They need him as a rim protector against Morant.
That is a good point. You're not wrong about that. These are all things I'm thinking about on the fly. Like it doesn't factor into my game, but it's something that like I pay attention to pretty much. I may not watch every game. I don't watch a lot of games, but I'm paying attention to every single one of my bets and the rotations that are going on. That's been the most applicable thing.
Bad news, Grant. Harry Barnes, another 3.
Another? That's a second?
He's 2 for 2 from 3. Yeah,
Wow.
sorry. Yeah. And I get the under. Is it under 1.5 or under 2.5?
Under 1.5.
Oh, sorry. Giants 3 and out. Tampa run out the clock. It's not. Who is that? Is that their fourth running back? Who's running the ball there? Oh, Vaughn's out.
Well, that's
Yeah.
not great.
Yeah, I wanted Jones. I got Jones on a good team. That's unfortunate. Oh, Brady's on the sidelines. That's it.
Yep.
Jeez, like no respect for the Giants. Nor should there be any. You don't
Are you
normally
sure
see.
Harrison Barnes is 2 for 2? I don't see the second one. What's the score at for you?
I see this. Wait, hold on. Did they not? Let me hit the refresh here. Maybe this is wrong. I see he has 6 points, and never mind. It was an M1. I apologize because I saw he had 3 points. Yeah,
Okay.
so, my bad. You're still alive. You still got a shot.
Wow.
Yeah,
neat.
I'm wrong. I'm sorry.
Bad betting etiquette.
it's all right. I'm used to him saying that.
Drummond made his first actual points in the bucket tonight. He's got 2 points.
I'm
and
glad
9
I
boards
didn't
and
get
3
that bet
assists.
in.
Say it again.
Glad I didn't get that bet in.
Yeah. I think the Kings are running a pretty tight rotation. Yeah.
By the way, I can't believe I got the NBA package that didn't include the NBA TV games to save like $10.
Oh, come on.
I
That was
know.
even an option?
Can you upgrade it?
Probably it's on a company card, I think. So that's why I think that's why I went the cheaper route, which probably was dumb. But yeah, I probably can upgrade it somewhere because I feel like I end up getting screwed by these NBA TV games every time I want to watch something. All these leagues why do they make it so hard to watch the product? It's
And you can't watch them if they're like the local TV can't watch on, you have to pay because they're in cahoots with the cable companies, that kind of thing. Is
I
just
can't
annoying.
watch the Grizzlies. Yeah, I'm 3.5 hours away from. I can't watch the Cincinnati Reds. I'm in Nashville, Tennessee.
Yeah, because you're supposed to, because if you get the game at home, you're not going to go travel around the corner and catch a ball game from Nashville to Cincinnati. I love the logic of that. When I lived in Vegas, I was blacked out of like 4 or 5 baseball cities, like the Dodgers, the Giants. I think the Diamondbacks, maybe. It was ridiculous. Go to the West Coast. Like, what are they, like you said, how are you supposed to grow your league when you're blocking people out that actually want to support the product? What's annoying to me is like now on NBA TV, you log in and the first thing you see is a commercial half the time.
Yeah,
That's like,
also very annoying when you're like paying for it.
Giants got the ball back.
I ain't even got NBA TV.
Dude, I'm watching the quad box. I'm watching I grind watching all the games and whatever. I do
Yeah,
my 80 hours a week of research.
Is the quad box an actual feature on NBA TV?
Oh yeah, you could split it. You can split your screen in 4 and like watch 4 games at once. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I need to rethink a lot of things. I mean, football, like Red Zone Channel, I don't need a quad box.
No, I don't need
I might have to get a new TV for my office then. My fiance's not going to be happy with me. I'm buying so many TVs.
Are you buying like 4 TVs and making like splitting, like making like, can you make like a, I don't know, if you're handy, if you're tech savvy, or if you know a guy, you could buy like 4 TVs. We're going to make like all one big screen, or you could split it in 4. You know what I'm talking about? Is that a thing?
Yeah, no, that is a thing. I was going to get a projector for my basement to do that.
Make that work, man.
I mean, I don't know. I really wanted to turn into a sports book. The fiance vetoed that.
Yeah, she's got final say.
I mean, a lot of I pick and choose my battles. I'm a smart guy.
Sure. Otherwise, you might not have a fiance.
Yeah, but
Fox is at 14, and they just pulled him out of the game. I'm not really sure if they want to not let him get his 3rd foul, but he did come out for some. Oh yeah, Hammond Holmes just came out. They wanted Buddy to get more run, I guess, because he's been crushing.
But he had.
Because you got to let Bo Harkless stay in the game.
True that.
True that, yes. Bo Harkless is like, I don't know what his usage is. It's probably higher than maybe Bradley. Who's got the lowest usage in the league? You probably know this, Keach, because you're always.
Solomon Hill.
I mean,
Probably not. I don't know. There was a couple guys I think I was looking at last night that I remember being shocked by how low it was. I think Bembry's I had today at like 6 point something. He was like between 5 and 6% usage in the last 2 games.
By the way, Desmond Bain, 25 points tonight.
How many threes though?
Only 3.
How many shot attempts?
16. 11 for 16.
How many from 3?
Yeah,
6.
Wow. Diggs and chat says I made almost 1K from Blast Trash this weekend. Wow, that's pretty good.
Nice.
that is
pretty sure.
good.
Let's see if the chat can throw out a couple names. I pulled up NBA.com. What's annoying about NBA.com, and you probably, Keach, I feel like you went on a rant in this about NBA.com, but I don't know how to make it where I can cut. Don't give me the guys that play 1 minute. Like, give me like, at least a sample of some sort.
Yeah, I feel like you can do it by, no, maybe you can't.
So the first guy that pops up to play is actual minutes. Let's see. But Jericho Sims, 29 minutes, 4.2%. I'm not going to say that counts. Okay, so Solomon Hill is the first real person, 88 minutes, 5.7% usage.
Oh, who called that?
I believe that was you. Nice call. And the other name that was
Keep going down the list.
Yeah. So the next name I said in my head, but I didn't say out loud, was Tony Snell. That's kind of the chalk. 100 minutes, 7.1%. Trent Forrest, 86 minutes. Does that count? Ed Davis, Nerlens Noel, 140 minutes, 8.4%.
No, that's surprising.
And his teammate Taj at 8.7%, WCS at 8.7%, Mitch Robb at 8.9%.
If we had more Bembry, if Bembry had played more minutes with Harden and Durant, I think he'd be down there. I remember being kind of surprised how low I had him last night.
So yeah, all three, any Knicks center. Mitch Robb 8.9, Taj 8.7, Noel 8.4. Jesus, just
that's wild.
Taco Fall, well, he's only played so many minutes. Dean Wade, there you go. Dean Wade's a good one. 342 minutes, 9.9%. PJ Tucker, 9.9%.
Someone I would expect to be down there because of injuries isn't Okoro.
Yeah, because he's now playing a long guy. Avery Bradley, that's the one I thought would be low, 10.5%. Robert Williams, 10.7. Vanderbilt's a good one as well, 10.9%. Just playing alongside all those shooters.
Josh Okogie, another one there.
Don't see Okogie. Maybe I scrolled past him, but yeah.
Didn't I?
This is a lot more interesting in the game. So that.
And the highest usage. Give me the highest usage, guys. Go ahead.
Ooh, I have a 4 so FanDuel offers same game or NFL or NHL parlay insurance every single day. It might be over now. This might be the last day. But yeah, essentially if one leg loses, you get your money back. And I keep forgetting, but I've done it 3 times and I'm about to be 2. If Carolina wins, I'm 2 for 3 on 4 leg parlays. 25 to win 188. Not bad.
By the way, Conley and Gobert just inserted back in the game at the 6-minute mark.
Good.
I bet the Panthers the other day minus 1.5 goals. I bet the goal line. they gave up a goal with 10 seconds to go, 1 by 1. Oh, that wasn't tilting.
Yeah.
My hometown Florida Panthers. The arena's right down the road. Best team in hockey, or top 3. They've been awesome so far this year. I know people love the hockey talk. Shout out
hockey talk, badaka.
No, you're thinking of the honky tonk, I believe.
What?
Yeah. If you lived in Nashville, you'd know that song.
The Suns win? Do the Penguins win?
The Suns and Penguins that's 2 different leagues. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I have a random boost that I'm looking at.
We're at the 2-minute warning. Giants are down 20. Blaine Gabbert is on the field throwing passes. Wait, are we going to get another suck-up field goal? Let's get another suck-up field goal. Let's do it.
Yeah, we haven't ended this show once without getting to the end of the game. I don't think we're going to start now.
Well, I have suck up in I got suck up on my DFS teams or whatever. Like, I can use a suck up field goal.
Suck up field goal.
But I think a 4th one. I wonder if suck up is in like the nut. Well, he's got to be in the nut lineup. But can he be the captain? Nobody really crushed this game, right?
I think Will has him at captain. Will used a lot of them from what I heard in the last show.
I'm just trying to think, like, who's crushed this game? Brady was fine, but Mike Evans had a touchdown, 73 yards.
Godwin had a touchdown.
Yeah, like it's Evans, Godwin, Brady, suck up. Oh, they went for it, and they just want the game to be over. So that's the classic here. We'll let you get the first down, then just chill. Yeah, no field goal. That's fun. It's unfortunate.
Well, Giants still have 3 timeouts.
They're not going to call any timeouts. They are walking off the field as fast as possible.
I just got hit with a stat correction in that flash draft.
Oh, no. Seven.
Second place now.
What?
What's second place payout?
Still 115 for $5. So
okay, so that's not
smallest
terrible.
violin, but
oh man, cancel whatever you ordered. I don't know. Cancel the Amazon. What was your celebratory?
It was a utility grade container of hummus from Hummus International.
Are you actually being serious?
No, it's a joke. I don't snap purchase bulk amounts of hummus.
You can never have too much hummus, I'm told by Hummus Association of America. That's a I believe, if you don't have time to say all the words. Oh, even if you had, so it's Blaine Gabbert's getting stuck into these -1 yard carries.
That's what you get for playing backup QB.
Is this the worst game we've had all year? I think it's just the worst one.
Yeah. This one's stuck.
This was a stinker. Thanks everybody for hanging with us.
Well, yeah, it's been fun. Hopefully we get a better game next week. By the way, I don't think it's this coming week, but I'm gonna be sitting courtside at Grizzlies Sixers.
Oh wow!
This coming Monday, but I think the following Monday.
In Philly, I
so
assume.
In Memphis.
Oh, okay. Memphis is what, like 4 or 5 hours away?
I think like 3, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Oh, nice. Not bad.
So yeah. So
are you gonna wear Philly gear, or are you gonna go like incognito, or what?
I don't know. I haven't decided actually. I haven't really thought about it, but I'll probably do. I mean, I'll have something to represent the Sixers for sure.
Just don't drink too much. I don't. Did you see the clip of the guy in Sacramento? You don't want to be that guy.
What? No, I don't know if I did see that.
The dude in Sacramento hurled all over the place. It was last night, a couple nights ago. It was vile. Sitting in front row. Like, yeah, they paused the game for a while.
Oh, I gotta look this up. That sounds awesome.
Oh yeah, it's worth Googling. Like, it's not a fun, you got to see it. It's like, smell this milk, it's terrible. Like, you're gonna regret seeing it, but you should see it.
And
we'll watch it.
And you give me crap for Rush Hour, Dean.
Well, I'm not saying this is the greatest clip.
I heard must-watch TV.
That's not what I said. Yeah, freaking. I was gonna make America Funny's own video reference to it. It's gonna be on that. That's still on TV, by the way. Do people that are watching that, do they not know that like YouTube is a thing or the internet?
Yep.
But it's still
well,
a show.
they condense it into one fun thing.
Well, fun is a relative term.
It's fun.
What really
You're
sells?
not still watching.
I do sometimes.
What really sells the humor though is when they do the narration over the funny video, because that just really brings home the funny.
I think it's the dude from Fresh. Isn't it Alfonso Rubier or isn't that the guy doing it now? Like, it used to be Bob Saget forever before Devin's time, but it was once Bob Saget. Had to get one more in there, I think. And then there was the guy like John, the guy that was from like Dance with the Stars, John
Candy.
No, he's been passed. He's no longer with us, unfortunately.
No.
And that was beneath him. He's better than that, John Candy. How dare you? I want to say John Buchagrass, but that's an ESPN guy. We have to go. We're up against the clock.
Hey, at least this one didn't go into overtime. I think we can all agree on that.
Yeah.
Well, overtime's always fun. This is a stinker, man. I'm gonna watch the second half of Philadelphia Sacramento. I'm excited to watch that. And Grant's gonna try to get his last rebound for Rudy Gobert, 12.5. Is that what it is, Grant?
Yep.
Yeah, you're gonna get that.
Oh, thanks for jinxing it.
No, I had no ability. Yeah, I'm not gonna not.
Classic Dean Bush.
Rudy's like, oh wait, now I can't.
Classic Dean Bush.
I'm not allowed to grab a rebound anymore now. Who said what?
Dean said it. Fixes in.
Any final words, anybody, or are we just stepping aside and getting out of here?
Yeah, I'm tired.
Nope. Yeah, I'm good to go.
Alrighty, y'all. Hopefully next Monday is better. Hit that like button, smash it, caress it, whatever adjective of choice. Yeah, and y'all have a good Thanksgiving. Well, that's a few days down the road. We have more time to say that. That was Devin. Thanks, Devin, producing. Sorry, Devin, for your stat correction. Yeah, thanks for hanging with us.
Go Bear, defensive rebound. Even you can't fudge it
I
up.
told you. I mean, come on. The guy's like 9 feet tall. Of course he's going to get on our rebounds. They call him a Stifle Tower. That's not an accident. It's not ironically named.
Fair enough.
That's the show. That was Grant. That was gambling. That was bad football. That was Keach. That was Devin. We're out of here. No tight end caught a touchdown. Streak's broken. So much for that curse.
See you, kids.
Holler.
See you, kids.